You have running backs.
Did you just call your quarterback a skinny guy?
Anybody that's under 300 pounds is a skinny.
Oh, I'll take it. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Skinny. I mean, like 250, but like real big dogs, trench warfare dudes. You got the bigs and you got the skinnies.
Okay.
And the bigs are the bigs, which, you know, I'm a big.
Okay, so we're learning about what the, well, this is great. We're learning about what the criteria is to become the Pody. You must be over 300 pounds.
Somewhat. No, you don't have to be over 300. Because there's some centers that could be 290 or like Kelsey is, but like, you know, a big is a big, a trench guy. Left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle.
Got it.
Trenches.
Tight ends may not win. Running backs may not win.
They can win Chipper of the Year.
Chipper of the Year.
Supporter of the Year. They're still blockers.
That's the Chody.
They
Chipper of the Year.
They are still blockers, but you know, the primary blockers that have to go in reverse, which is backwards, you know, 70 plays a game against, you know, elite rushers like Von Miller, Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, Trey. Like, we have to go 70 plays sometimes, not really 70, but maybe 50 plays pass, 20 plays run, and 50 plays is backwards, right? Against some of the best athletes in the world. So I think that there has to be something to stand for it, but, you know, life is great and it will happen.
What else? What's the other criteria here?
Of the award?
Yes. Like, are holding penalties taken into account, that if you have a certain amount of holding penalties, you may not win it?
I do think that penalties have to go into it, but I think the holding penalties, the holding penalties have to go in it. I do think time played on the field has to go in it. You have to be on the field a certain amount of numbers, which is plays played, pass plays played, run plays played, because all of that goes into it. Like false starts, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
He's breaking me down so I can be out of the category. Is this crazy? Is this crazy right now? He's breaking me out of the category.
No, I'm. By the way, I don't know your stats.
No,
I know you've made the last 4 Pro Bowls.
Yeah, I have a couple of touchdowns, a couple of false starts, a couple of holdings. But you know, as a lineman, that's a part of the gig. I will hold to protect my quarterback any day of the week. I would grab and hold any day of the week if you're going to hit my quarterback. I refuse to let my I think, and I want to live with refusing to get my quarterback hit.
What if you're a tackle who is constantly beating your own snap count with a step and getting away with it every single time? Does that make you more of a Cody candidate?
No one in particular.
Or a Cody candidate, or less?
If it's getting called,
that's not getting called.
So then you figured out a way of football.
The cheat code.
There's nothing wrong.
That's helpful.
There's no,
See, I'm trying to figure out what's the criteria here, because whenever we come up with a rule change,
you have to
be able to write it down. You have to write it down. You got to put it into words, because then it's got to be voted on by the membership.
It really has to be snaps from pluses and minuses and snaps played. You have to be on the field a certain amount of time. For example, like you can't miss 4 games of the season and then come back at the end of the season and be this hero and then like be like, oh, I just got all the media push. Now I'm the best lineman. And no, like that's like you're faulted. There's somebody that played every game, you know, and it's hard to play every single game. It's hard to start every single game.
You're not wrong.
So those people have to be a little step ahead. Like I would like start there, and because it's new, so we have to start with somewhere, and I think that that's where you have to start.
Who have you spoken to about this already?
Yeah.
Who have you spoken to about this already?
I know. I don't want to get myself in trouble.
How are you getting yourself in trouble? Who have you spoken to about it?
I've talked to all the right people. And in the league, when you speak to all the right people, that's all the right people.
You know what that smells like? I'll just say it. It's good. RG1? You talking RG1?
Is that Roger?
Yeah.
Is that Roger?
RG1.
Yeah, Roger enjoys it. I think Roger's for it.
You have spoken to him about this?
Of course. We've spoken about it. We've hinted at it. We've spoken about it. We've thought about it because it's a real thing. And yes, conversations are had, just like how conversations are had about playing overseas. Yes, of course, you speak about the future of the game, and when you're a part of the game, the future is within.
And you go straight up the flow chart. And you're no wallflower. You're just going to go call the commissioner and say, RG1, I need a meeting. How about Terry Pagula? Have you spoken to the owner of the Bills about this?
You know, I haven't spoke to Terry about it.
When was the last time you spoke to Terry?
The last time I spoke to Terry was...
When was the last time?
the end of the season.
There you go.
I spoke to Terry, but I will speak and see Terry in the 16th. I'll see him on the 16th.
Okay. What's on the 16th? Just
Meet and greet.
There you go.
I get to see my dog. He lives in Florida. I live in Florida. We're going to have a cup of coffee. Cup of coffee.
And you let him. He's paying. He's paying.
I'm paying. He pays me enough. I can treat him. I can treat him. I can treat him. I can treat Terry. Terry, I'm treating, dog. Don't worry about it. I'm very thankful. I'm treating. Coffee is a couple.
I mean, he's got a lot of zeros.
Hold on a minute. I'm going to lead. I'm leading the witness this entire time. So you have the owner of the Bills has an open door policy with you. You can walk in. You can have a conversation with him.
You know, you guys are really good over here. You guys are really freaking good. I'm gonna tell you, this is. I am. Go ahead.
Because, there's a certain player.
Miles. Is that what we're talking about now? Because it seems like
what's it you said?
No, I didn't say it. He said it without saying it. But for the world that we're in, you know what's going on.
I mean,
but
what do you think of that?
Explain what we're talking about.
Okay. You're good. Deion Dawkins, you're good.
We're from the same air.
That's right.
You understand?
We're from the same air and area.
Yes,
Rahway
sir.
And Staten Island in the house.
Same air.
That's right.
So what are we talking about?
So what we're talking about is when you hear of a player that says, I want out, and the guy who's in charge of the team says, talk to the general manager. So now I'm asking you as a pundit, as a paparazzi, if you want to be part of the paparazzi, you got to break down stories like this. What do you think of when you hear something like that, Deion Dawkins?
I don't know those guys.
Right.
I know Miles. I don't know the ownership there.
Did you see Miles at the Pro Bowl?
I see Miles. often. Miles is a great dude. Seen him at the Pro Bowl. Seen him, Meteor Row, Super Bowl. I seen him Super Bowl vibes. And, but to answer that, when I hear of things like that, I think of, I don't want to do that. But it gives more credit to where we're at the Bills, okay? In the league that we live in, relationships, communication goes a long way. We, as the Buffalo Bills, play a certain way because we have a relationship with our ownership. We can go and talk to Terry. We can go and talk to Brandon Beane. We can go and talk to McDermott at any time, literally at any time. And, if I hear that, it just seems like that might not be the relationship there, or he has ruffled some feathers. And maybe he's like, well, now I'm not talking to you. You could have came and did this and before. But who knows? Who knows? Miles wants to win games. I'm not mad at anybody who wants to put themselves in a beautiful position to win football games. Our football careers are not forever. He's Myles Garrett. He won't be Myles Garrett, the player that he is forever. He does have a longer chance of being who he is for a longer bit of time because he's special, but we all have an end date to helmet and pads. And for a guy, he's just trying to better his life, whether it's staying there, whether it's going to play with us at the Bills, or who knows.
Okay. See, now, may I analyze your answer and to tell you, as somebody who's done this job, what I've done as a host for 20-something years. What you just did is you just took an answer to a question that you didn't know was coming, and you gave an honest answer, although you didn't really stick your foot completely in your mouth where you might have a problem leaving here. You also turned it towards how good your situation is with the Buffalo Bills, while fully advocating for Myles Garrett to join the Buffalo Bills, which is next level.
I appreciate that.
That was really well done, Deion.
I appreciate that.
Because you want Myles Garrett on the Buffalo Bills.
I do.
Okay.
And he knows.
He does.
He knows. He knows.
Not just because you just said it into a microphone on this program.
No. But he continues to know. And I'm okay to continue to show him that we want Myles Garrett. And I want it to happen. I want that guy to play against me every day in practice. I want to become the best left tackle to ever play the game. And for a guy like this, as well as we already have it, Vaughn, Ed, Greg, AJ, we have these guys there already that are making us better, and we're making them better. But look at this picture of this guy. like, is he ready to like jump in the ring and help with this heel turn to John Cena or what? Like it's just like, come on, Triple H, like, come on, look.
Yeah, he's named
WWE champion of the world.
He's ready.
He's known as the Grim Reaper for a reason.
Reaper, for real. But he's a terrorizer, and I respect the game. Like, I'd rather him with us than with anyone else. Like, who wants to play against Miles? I'd rather him play with us. Come cause fear for the other teams with us.
Dion Dawkins here on the Rich Eisen Show. Can I keep him for one more segment? Great. Let's take a break, come back. I want to talk to you about your quarterback and the Bills and things like that. I've got Dion Dawkins right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Let's take a break. When we come back, Andrew Bogish will do actually right now with a sports update on the Infinity Sports Network.
Infinity Sports Network. Sports Flash.
Rich, this update sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Your small business keeps you on the go. Progressive Commercial Insurance keeps your policy within reach with our easy-to-use mobile app. Learn more at progressivecommercial.com. It is where this show began. Myles Garrett reportedly asked to meet with Browns owner Jimmy Haslam, but got a no. Garrett still wants a trade. The team still doesn't want to trade him. 8 straight wins overall, 9 out of 11 now for the Lakers. Things going well for them and Luka. They outlasted the Knicks last night, 113-109 in OT, but needed to erase a 10-point fourth quarter hole to do so. Doncic wants that part to change.
Especially for the first 3 quarters. I don't think we play good, so that just showed the whole group together. Everybody's cheering for each other, and we gave each other a push that we need to win the games.
Luka, 32 points, 7 rebounds, 12 assists last night. He and the Lakers back alone in second place out west right now. Knicks guard Jalen Brunson suffering an apparent right ankle sprain in that one. No update yet on him today. And nothing new at the moment with the NHL trade deadline coming this afternoon. Last night, Colorado added Islanders center Brock Nelson. I'm Andrew Bogish.
This is the Infinity Sports Network. Check out our new and improved website at infinitysportsnet.com. That's infinitysportsnet.com.
Insight, info, and trends. And oh yeah, lots of fun along the way. This is WEEI 850 AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
Debt can really take a toll on you. Between minimum payments and interest rates, it's really stressful, and at times it feels like you just can't get ahead. Navy Federal Credit Union understands debt is a huge stressor, and they're here to help. Navy Federal Credit Union has all the financial tools and resources you need to dominate debt. Right now, Navy Federal Credit Union is offering a 0% intro APR on credit card balance transfers for 12 months. Plus, you can also get $250 when you spend $2,500 in your first 90 days on a Cash Rewards or Cash Rewards Plus credit card. Don't let debt drag you down. Visit NavyFederal.org to start dominating debt today. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. After the intro rate expires, variable APRs are 15.15% to 18% based on credit worthiness. Rates are subject to change. ATM fees for cash advances are up to $1 at non-Navy Federal ATMs.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this: if something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month, with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
Do you have a special needs child or an older adult in your home? The risk of them leaving the house unnoticed is real and terrifying. But you can protect your loved ones with Vivint Home Security.
Alarm on.
Our child has autism. He doesn't usually elope, but one day he did, and it was the most terrifying moment of our lives.
If I didn't have a home security system, I would have realized way too late he's gone.
Right now, Vivint is offering a free doorbell camera with any new plan, plus free installation and low monthly monitoring plans. Smart locks, lights, cameras, and more makes Vivint Home Security the smartest way to protect your family and prevent a tragedy. Vivint is the #1 smart home service provider in the U.S. Protection is just a phone call away. Call 800-953-6693. That's 800-953-6693. Monthly service agreement required for free installation.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There is a tremendous price war in the term life industry. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man aged 45, non-smoker, can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month, level rate for 10 years. Or a man aged 50, non-smoker, can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call today for a quote. 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Remember, 1-800-908-7636. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
Do you have over $10,000 in credit card debt? The stress from excessive credit card debt can ruin your life. Collection calls, sleepless nights. If you're feeling the financial impact with unprecedented economic challenges, DebtBlue is here for you. DebtBlue uses secret programs that most credit card companies won't tell you about. They'll help you consolidate or settle your debts for a fraction of what you owe. With DebtBlue's Success Guarantee, you pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved. There's no risk. The more you owe, the more DebtBlue can save you. See how easy it is to get started with free information. Let DebtBlue show you how 10 minutes could save you thousands. Call now. 800-200-6895. That's 800-200-6895.
I'm just living sky high right now. I'm very thankful for it. And the team at DebtBlue are phenomenal. They're able to work with you. They're great.
Call for your free debt resolution information now. 800-200-6895. 800-200-6895.
Insight, info, and trends to help you win, all in one place. We are 8:50 a.m. Boston, an Odyssey station.
Dawkins is back here on the Rich Eisen Show. Our radio audience just rejoined us. All right, let's be real here, Dion. You're one of those guys who can handle the real. Once again, here come the Kansas City Chiefs in your world, and they kind of wreck the buffet here. So, how do you respond to anybody in our business or anybody in the fan base who would say that as long as Mahomes is there, the Bills will never get past?
They can never say that, because anybody that's taking snaps have a chance. And sometimes all you need is a chance, right? But when it comes down to it, us as a team, we continue to take swings at greatness. And when it comes down to it, not every great franchise or great organization has won, 7 Super Bowls. Mm-hmm. You don't have to win 7 Super Bowls. You have to get in once. And if we keep knocking at that door, like not that I'm okay with failing at that point, but we still have a living chance every time we take the field. And I'm okay with that. As long as we have a chance and we play our best ball, it's cool.
Well, you beat them in the regular season. I mean, and then the playoffs come, and it's a different story. Do you have an explanation? Is there an explanation?
They're a different beast, man. They are a different beast. The Chiefs are really good. They are really good. Chris Jones is really good. Patrick Mahomes is really freaking good, and I respect it. I respect them. But they're so dope. They're good people. They play the game well, and they continue to find ways to get there. And, I could be mad. I could say things and da-da-da-da. But when it comes down to it, bro, they are who they are for a reason. And for us, we have to figure out what we have to do to just better like ourselves. And we'll figure it out. And we still have time. We'll figure it out. And, a couple guys might help, like Miles. like,
by the way,
I'm gonna leave you alone, bro.
No. In all seriousness, the Eagles keep adding. You know what I mean?
We
The
all
Eagles
need to keep adding.
Right. The
Lakers just added
big time.
You know, like big time.
In a way that nobody saw coming, nobody thought possible. So I understand that. You also have the MVP of the league. I mean, that's very helpful.
That is very helpful.
Give me your favorite Josh Allen story where he did something and you couldn't believe it with your own two eyes that you actually saw what you saw. Deion Dawkins. Give me that one.
Man, you know the play when Josh threw the ball to Coop, and then Coop tossed the ball back to him, and then he jumped to the end zone.
Snow against San Francisco.
You know, Josh is very confident, and you know, like this season, like he's got more vocal, and like you hear him coming to the huddle, and he's like, "We're gonna score, we're gonna score," and you know, like we say that with run plays, and sometimes you don't score, and you know you say like we're gonna get the first down, and sometimes you don't get the first down, and you know when he's like we're gonna score. Like we're gonna score right here, and you know it's a quick little thing, and it becomes a quick little thing, and then it becomes one of the best photos of all time, like one of the best pictures, one of the best moments of all time. That is what Josh Allen is capable of doing every time he takes the snap, and you know I'm the biggest Josh Allen fan, you know, and that's my big little brother, and when he talks, we listen. And for him to do that in that moment, it's cool. You know, he didn't just throw the ball off and stand there and just say, all right, Coop, you got tackled. All right, let's try again. He jogged over there. like, you know, he's still he's a quarterback. What are you running over there to do, block?
Yeah.
Like, but Josh is Josh, and he gave it his all, and his all became this greatness. And that's what we love about him.
I love that story. But if he really was Superman, he would have said in the huddle, watch, I'm about to have a touchdown pass and reception on this play. Break.
Right.
Which is what, and I know that, but that's exactly what happened. And I
agree.
I understand how that now makes you believe like anything is possible.
Right.
When you say he was more vocal this year, what do you mean by that?
You know, Josh goes through his progression as a player too. And, you know, like he's not always all right, guys, everybody get in line. Like, and he's still not that, and we don't want him to be that, but more vocal as in expressing the intensity level at the moment, you know, because like I'm a loose cannon, on the field, and I know how to lock in, I know, and when not, like I'll chirp, I'll talk to you, I'll poke, I'll yeah, all right, yeah, watch this, but we'll play the mind game during a game. And you know, for Josh, like I'm an older player, I'm older than Josh. The respect thing is, all right, that's the older guy. The older guy knows and what he's doing. But for a younger player, which is not younger, but he's younger than me, if they speak to an older player, you know, they have to be that guy to be able to speak to an older player, and for the older player to respect him. And when I say that he speaks more, he's just more vocal of, all right, Deion, come on, let's lock in. Or, all right, guys, come on, bring it in. Come on, all right, no more hee-heeing and kikiing. All right, it's time. And, you know, that wasn't always there because there were so many other guys that did that. Like we had Mitch. Mitch was the older guy. He just retired, so shout out to Mitch. And then we had like a lot of older guys that, you know, facilitated that. And, you know, now that Josh is like, oh, I'm looking around and the team is different, he's like, I can do that and help and my team, so I'll do it.
And he became the MVP of the league while doing it.
And exactly. What a guy.
He is, man. And what he means, I've seen him with kids. I've seen him when the camera's not on. I've seen that.
Real person.
Yeah, big time.
A real person.
Real person with you know, the town in the palm of his hand, but he doesn't wear that on his sleeve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wears it with his heart.
It's pretty cool.
He wears it and with his heart, and he shows it.
So action items, Deion, now that we're going to send you on to Los Angeles. Action items. Number one, Protector of the Year award. Let's get it done.
For sure.
You know,
I got you guys. The big boys, I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
And
all
you
right?
don't and
you're in good hands.
You have to be $3 bills-ish. to at least be
3 bills ish.
300 pounds ish.
Oh, 3 bills.
Three bills. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know I'm
3
talking
bills,
to a
like, oh, you
Buffalo
talking
Bill. My
about
bad.
$300? What are you talking about?
300.
Yeah.
No, you need to be at least 300 pounds ish.
It's a big boy club.
10 pounds
It's a
either
big
way.
boy club. If you want to be a big boy, be a big boy.
Okay. So we got to get that going.
Right.
3 bills, small change.
We got to
That's
get.
what that is,
If you want to pod,
3
we can
bills.
talk about it. I don't know if the Bills will be so psyched to have you, in front of a microphone every single week, but we'll see. Get you more involved in the film industry, correct? And then Myles Garrett, a bill. That's an action item, correct?
Myles Garrett a bill is what I took out of that. No, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Fantastic.
But that's a great list.
Hey, let me know whenever you're in LA. You've got a place here whenever you want.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
I'd love it here.
You got it. Thank you.
This is so for the people that don't know and that's watching, if I could just say this.
Sure.
It is absolutely beautiful in here.
Thank you.
I don't know, but you should do like little individual tours like every week.
At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, get deals so right, it almost feels wrong. Now's the best time to get that Hyundai car or SUV you've always wanted. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty and 3 years or 36,000 miles of limited complimentary maintenance. Don't think you can get away with all that? Think again. But don't wait. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event is going on now. So visit your local Hyundai dealer today. It's a great day for a new Hyundai.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
We're back in Miller's front yard, who recently switched to True Green.
Their lawn started looking like a golf course, and PGA Tour golfers started showing up.
Here's one now hitting out of this lush green grass. He has to avoid that sandbox to keep his round going. Oh, into the sand. It's a toy dump truck and rolls out.
Oh, the neighbors love the action on this True Green lawn.
Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details.
Where'd you get those shoes? Easy. They're from DSW. Because DSW has the exact right shoes for whatever you're into right now. You know, like the sneakers that make office hours feel like happy hour. The boots that turn grocery aisles into runways. And all the styles that show off the many sides of you, from daydreamer to multitasker and everything in between. Because you do it all in really great shoes. Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Listen to music, news, sports, and podcasts as you want, when you want, and how you want on the Odyssey app, America's fastest growing audio app. Download it to experience audio using the best features that you expect on all your apps and connect with your favorite trusted personalities, brands, and communities. The Odyssey app is sponsored by Sportsbook Rhode Island. With the Sportsbook Rhode Island app, you can bet on all your favorite sports. So head to the app now, and new SGPs, odds boosts, and special offers. Must be 18 years or older. Please play responsibly.
Hey, fellow Gen Xers, it's Elizabeth Banks. Big news! The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the charge. After all, we gave the world the internet. We're trailblazers. Let's lead the way again because we are at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Head to vaxassist.com and schedule today. That's vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
There are lots of reasons to get excited for spring. Warmer weather, get-togethers, and now new spring arrivals from your favorite brands at Macy's. Even more exciting, refresh your beauty routine at our Buy More, Save More event. Pick up new skincare, makeup, and fragrances from Estee Lauder, Valentino, MAC, and more. And save $30 with every $150 you spend. The more you spend, the more you save. Don't wait. Beauty deals this good won't last long. Hurry into Macy's today. Savings off regular price beauty and fragrance. Exclusions apply.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. would shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
The more DebtBlue can save you. See how easy it is to get started with free information. Let DebtBlue show you how 10 minutes could save you thousands. Call now. 800-200-6895. That's 800-200-6895.
I'm just living sky high right now. I'm very thankful for it. And the team at DebtBlue are phenomenal. They're able to work with you. They're great.
Call for your free debt resolution information now. 800-200-6895. 800-200-6895.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
This is The Bet, WEEI, 850 AM, Boston. Part of the Bet MGM Network. An Odyssey sports station and Boston's home for wagertainment. Always live.
You ready for the 2025 season? Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Cooper Boardman and Rob Bradford.
From JetBlue Park in Fort Myers, welcome to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball. Today, the Boston Red Sox come home for the first time in a couple of days to take on the Miami Marlins. Cooper Boardman here with you. Rob Bradford's going to join us in just a moment. There is a sense of excitement around this ballpark as we approach first pitch, as there usually is, but even a little bit more so because Walker Buehler makes his second start of the spring. Great his first outing. He was electric 5 days ago. 2 scoreless innings, struck out 4, showcased 5 different pitches, and showed every bit of why the Red Sox paid him just over $21 million in the offseason to be in the rotation. Today, expected to go at least 2 innings as he makes that second start. We'll also have the spring debut on the mound of Garrett Whitlock. Alex Cora spoke with reporters earlier on today for a long while about Whitlock's role this season, multi-inning reliever, something that Whitlock came into his office and asked to do. And today, Whitlock goes to the mound as a reliever once again. He'll pitch 1 inning in all likelihood in relief of Walker Buehler. Jarren Duran and Alex Bregman are both in the lineup, along with a couple of other regulars for the Red Sox as they face the Miami Marlins today on a Friday afternoon. We'll have the full lineups and then first pitch when we return the Red Sox and the Marlins on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you decide to sell your home, don't settle for a good agent. Go for a great one. Go for a Weichert agent. A Weichert agent looks at you as a partner, not a transaction, and will work day and night to get you the results you're looking for. And your Weichert agent is backed by the Weichert brand. With over 50 years of experience, Weichert agents have guided thousands of buyers and sellers through every facet of home ownership. Don't settle for good. Go for great. Work with a Weichert agent. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
Just in time for your St. Patrick's Day, so don't miss out on corned beef. Shaws and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
A message from the Health Connector for Business.
We knew we wanted to offer employee health insurance when we opened Riverwalk Brewing, so we turned to the Health Connector. In about half an hour, we found coverage tailored for our needs. Now, I spend maybe 10 minutes a month in the portal managing our plan, and the staff knows they can see a doctor if they need to. Keeping good employees happy for the long haul, that's what it's all about.
Go to mahealthconnector.org/business.
Hi, I'm James Pratt from Basement Technologies. Find out how fast and inexpensive it is to keep your basement dry for good. Don't let rain cause damage to your home. Call 1-800-BUSY-DOG or visit 1-800-BUSYDOG.com and keep your basement dry for good.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Back to JetBlue Park in Fort Myers. We're seconds away from Red Sox and Marlins in the Grapefruit League spring training action. Alongside Rob Bradford, I'm Cooper Boardman. Walker Buehler's just taken out for the Red Sox, opposite Edward Cabrera for the Marlins in today's starting pitching matchup. And for lineups, here's Bradfo.
Yeah, let's do it. This is a lot better than being in Dunedin, I'll tell you that. JetBlue Park, sunny day, barely a cloud in the sky, no wind at all. Take the under. Kyle Stowers is in center field, Derek Hill's in right field, Carter Norby, of course, you may know him, top prospect, third base, Gray Hawley at DH, Eric Wagaman at first base, Albert Almora Jr. in left field, Javier Sanoa, he's in second base, Max Acosta at shortstop. Rob Brantley is your catcher, and the highly touted Edward Cabrera is pitching for the Marlins. For the Red Sox, a representative lineup in back of Walker Buehler, Jarren Duran in left field, Alex Bregman at third base, Masa Yoshida at DH, Trevor Story is your shortstop, David Hamilton is second base, Connor Wong catching, Rob Refsnyder right field, Abraham Toro first base, and all-star, at least Grapefruit League, Trace Thompson in center field, Walker Buehler first pitch. What is it, Coop?
A strike.
There you go. Strike one.
Right on time, Rob Bradford. Walker Buehler on the mound. The right-hander from the Wine. His second pitch to Kyle Stowers is grounded left side and through for a base hit. Shortstop Trevor Story was playing behind second. Stowers pounds it through the hole for a leadoff single for Miami. Red Sox defensively with Buehler on the mound, Connor Wong behind the plate, and Abraham Toro at first. David Hamilton gets the start at second base. Alex Bregman at third, Trevor Story at short, outfield left to right, Duran, Thompson, and Refsnyder. Buehler set to face right-hand hitting Derek Hill, second batter of the day, and he misses low with the sinker, count 1-0. Walker was awesome 5 days ago against the Mets. 2 scoreless innings, struck out 4, just a single base runner, the 1-0. And he puts a cutter at the knees on the outside corner for a strike. And the count 1-1.
Yeah, well, you're not going to have many better debuts than he had with Walker Buehler first time out. And I think a lot of people are looking forward to this day where you can see him once again.
The 1-1 pitch is a strike. Curveball that was in the air and then dropped in to go 1-2 on Derek Hill. Hip injury last year, comeback season after Tommy John surgery for Buehler. This camp has been about working on his stuff as he steps off and throws over. Alex Gord talked for a long time about Walker, earlier on today, just about where he is, and maybe the velocity is not going to be the 94, 95 that he was ripping time in, time out when he was, in the Cy Young conversation every year with the Dodgers, but he knows how to pitch, and he has a lot of different weapons, and he diced the Mets the other day. 1-2 runner goes, and the pitch is swung on, blooped right side. Oh. Hamilton in the air, he stays upright. Now he's doubled the runner off first. He does. Hill out, Stowers retired as well, trying to get back to first. And David Hamilton, full extension, gets Walker Buehler a double play.
That's where the athleticism comes in right there. I thought no chance that anyone was going to get to that. It was going to be another well-placed hit into right field, but David Hamilton reverse course, sprints over, lunges, gets it, and doubles him up. Good second base play by Hamilton.
2 down, none on, and Connor Norby takes a strike. There's been a lot talked about David Hamilton's defense, and for good reason, the last year or so, especially at shortstop. No balls and 1 strike from Buehler. Swinging a ground ball through Buehler over second. Backhand stop. Hamilton sets and throws in time to end the inning. But David Hamilton put on a clinic defensively in the first inning. Buehler faces the minimum. Red Sox come to bat. Duran, Bregman, Yoshida at the bottom of the first in a scoreless game in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, bike shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois,
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get a 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years!
It's back, but only for a limited time. Woo! Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five! Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Mass General Brigham Health Plan is integrated with one of the nation's leading health systems, offering health insurance with comprehensive benefits and a broad network of doctors and hospitals. With Mass General Brigham Health Plan, you'll find unique options for families, businesses, and retirees. You deserve coverage as advanced as your care. Call your broker or visit massgeneralbrighamhealthplan.org.
Greg Hill here. What's better than 2 for 1? 3 for 1. Right now, Boston Standard is offering a plumbing inspection plus an AC and heating system tune-up for just $219. That's 3 services for the price of 1. Call today and save tomorrow with Boston Standard.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Jarren Duran leads off the bottom of the first inning for the Red Sox. Just took a sinker beneath the knees for ball 1. On the right-hander, Edward Cabrera, who deals, and Duran takes outside 2 balls and no strikes. Duran, Alex Bregman, and Masataka Yoshida, 1, 2, 3 in the Red Sox lineup today. Representative, as Rob Bradford told you earlier. Cabrera winds and deals at a 2-0 outside, 3 balls and no strikes, and a good test for that lineup today against Cabrera. 4 years in the big leagues, hard-throwing right-hander with one of the best changeups in the game. 3-0, that's a strike, 3-1.
And the Marlins rolling in here with maybe the best spring training uniforms of anybody.
You know, sometimes I sit there, 3-1, swinging a chopper left side at the third baseman Norby, who gloves, throws to first, and retires Duran 5-3 to begin the bottom of the first inning. Sometimes I sit there and I wonder, what is teal? Like, what is the color teal exactly? The Marlins have given us the answer. That is as teal as it gets.
I know that you like to do some of your best thinking before the game, sitting behind home plate in an empty stadium, as you did in Bradenton.
Yes.
Is that what you did today?
It is, yeah. I entered a meditative state.
What is teal?
What is teal? Pitches loaded.
I remember
Bregman.
Jonathan Papelbon, when he was with the Phillies, we all went to interview him after. He said, what is a Philly? Like, what is a Philly?
1-0, and Bregman hammers it foul on the ground, third base side. I don't know. What is a Philly?
It's the thing that has spawned the best mascot in baseball. A Philly, Philly is a horse, right? I mean, it's a horse.
Yeah, that's with an F.
I know, but...
Pitch. Bregman gets plunked. Cabrera lost a 98-mile-an-hour sinker, and I think thankfully that got Bregman on his elbow guard. He drops it quickly.
It might have got him just above the elbow guard on the tricep. Fortunately, that is not a terrible place to get hit.
Gets a nice round of applause as he trots down to first. Red Sox wearing the bright red tops against the teal. White bottoms. Red Sox arced across the front. Masataka Yoshida digs in from the left side. Designated hitter today against Cabrera from the stretch. The first pitch is a fastball for a strike. Sinker at 97 miles an hour from Cabrera, who averaged 95 last year over a full big league season, which he pitched to an ERA just above 4. Bregman off, first one out, and the 0-1 to Masa. Bregman goes, pitch outside, throw to second is offline and not in time. Alex Bregman burning as his first stolen base of the spring.
Yeah, we'll see how much he runs during the regular season, but yeah, I think that in Alex Cora's teams the last few years, you've seen them run a little bit more in spring training. It used to be where a lot of guys, even base stealers, wouldn't really run a whole lot in spring training. I remember Jacoby Ellsbury, he hardly ran at all.
The 0-1, Masa checks a swing, takes low, skipped away, and Rob Brantley tracks it down.
Clayton McCulloch, who is the new manager of the Miami Marlins, very familiar with Walker Buehler, just having come from the Dodgers, first base coach there. Todd got a chance to catch up with Clayton before the game.
They like the direction that franchise is going. I mean, they won 62 games last year, but they brought in a little bit more of an analytically minded front office. Peter Bendix from the Rays. McCullough from the Dodgers. 1-1 here, and Yoshida grounds it right side. Bouncing at the second baseman, Sanoja, who gloves, tosses on at first, and retires Yoshida 4-3. Bregman down to third, and the Red Sox have a man 90 feet away with 2 down in the first.
Their approach was very unique, let's just say. We know that the spending in terms of the offseason, they didn't even reach $1 million, right? Their top spend. Didn't we look this up? It was
$800,000.
$800,000.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And, in a time in the game as Trevor Story digs in, takes inside, a time in the game where, there are a good number of teams that are not spending a lot of money. The Marlins are, depending on how you look at it, either coming in last or leading the pack. Projected payroll of $70 million. The 1-0, and Story nicks it back foul 1-1. They're at $70 million, the lowest in baseball. And they're the lowest in baseball by $11 million behind the White Sox.
Which has also gutted that franchise. And you look at also the Marlins, 2 years ago, they were in the postseason.
Mm-hmm. They've been in the postseason 2 of the last 4 seasons. The 1-1. Story swings, hits it high in the air, down the left field line, hooking to the pole. It's up. It's gone. Just slipped over the monster. Just slipped to the right of the foul pole. And Trevor Story has his first home run of the spring. 2-0 Sox in the first.
This is a guy that's sort of gone under the radar, I think, this spring in terms of his importance. We saw him last spring, Trevor Story, and really tear it up. And we thought he was going to have a great year before his injury in Anaheim. But he came in much like last year, in great shape, and I think really intent on proving to everybody that he is one of the elite shortstops in the game.
Got a pitch up and just took it out to left. Now David Hamilton, he takes strike 1. And Story, not that the numbers are everything, but Story's having a very nice spring, hitting .412 coming into the day, and has his first home run. Pitch to Hamilton, popped up left side, out of play.
I think the biggest compliment you can give Trevor Story is that you don't worry about. Nobody's worried about Trevor Story.
We're inside a month, really, of the anniversary of his injury. I mean, he got injured on April 5th in Anaheim. The 0-2's low, 1-2, but I agree, and that's what he's supposed to be. When he was signed, I know it was a different front office that did it in part, but when he was signed, he was supposed to be a constant for this team, and it does look that way around here that he is. 1-2 again, knocked back foul by Hamilton ahead of a sinker.
Well, you just look at what happened last year, as you said, that injury in Anaheim. It was just gutting because he had a great spring training. I thought he was going to be an all-star. That's how good he looked. And he also perceived as one of the most important guys on that team.
Hamilton takes outside 2-2.
And really, you look at his importance was that infield defense in large part, protecting Rafael Devers at third base, making him better. He could have been classified as one of the most important guys.
2-2. Outside 3-2.
And ultimately, they were left scrambling at shortstop. I think this year, Coop, if something does happen to Trevor Story, there's a very logical route to the next guy up.
Payoff pitch. David Hamilton swings and misses. Chase the high fastball. And the inning ends. But Trevor Story goes deep. A 2-run home run for his first of the spring. And the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead into the second on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
It's here. The prime rib dinner is back at the Nines. 16 ounces of slow roasted USDA choice prime rib served with your choice of 2 sides. Available every Friday after 4 p.m. and all day Saturday and Sunday. You're gonna love the Nines.
Your old or broken phone can let you down, but at Verizon, trade in any old phone from our top brands and get iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence, with a new line on My Plan, and iPad and Apple Watch Series 10. After all, you don't want your old phone to die on you when you're lost.
Perfect.
Or for your broken phone to glitch at the worst possible time.
Hey, can I get your number? Oh.
Trade in your old phone for a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, iPad, and Apple Watch. Visit Verizon.com today. Additional terms apply. Service plan required for Apple Watch and iPad.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Walker Buehler's first pitch of the second is lined down the right field line by Graham Pauley foul. Red Sox leading 2-0. Trevor Story just went yard over the Miami Marlins on a Friday afternoon from JetBlue Park. 74 degrees at first pitch. Buehler wearing the long sleeves out of a slow wind delivers. Sicker low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Facing the left-hand hitting Pauley. This is part of the Marlins core for the future. Traded for Tanner Scott at the deadline for the Padres. He chops it right side and an 8-up Toro at first base. Hard play, took a step to his right, tried to backhand it, and it slips by for a leadoff hit for Pauley.
You know, one of the things at first base you sort of reminded of, well, I was reminded of going to the backfield and watching them take infield, is how thin they are at first base. You know, obviously Tristan Casas is still under the weather, and if you have anything really happen to him, Nathan Hickey's played very well. Ibrahim Toro's a non-roster guy, played in major leagues.
Eric Wagaman takes low.
One of your dogs, Sogard, has played well there.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him, but I actually do think that he's probably the number 3 first baseman on the depth chart right now.
Romy, who we haven't seen.
I think Romy's 2. 1-0's low, 2-0. Yeah, Romy's working through the stomach bug, I think, that has been kind of ailing people, but we got some good news on that front earlier. Right versus right. Walker Buehler versus Wagaman in the pitch. Check swing, but a called strike on the cutter. 2-1.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like this bug is finally making its way north to Dunedin.
We left it behind.
We left it behind.
2-1 swing and a foul off the catcher. 2-2.
Marcelo Meyer was back.
You look good.
Working out today.
Sebi Zavala, Roman Anthony, Romy Gonzalez, all going to be back tomorrow, according to Alex Cora. Tristan Casas is feeling better, still not great. 2-2. Outside with the slider.
They located him. It was great.
People were being really relaxed about that on Twitter today. Man off first, nobody out. We're at the top of the second inning. Red Sox leading 2-0 over the Marlins. Walker Buehler's 3-2 is grounded right side and through. Not hard hit, just to the right spot. Hamilton was playing double play depth, and it just rolls between first and second for another single. So 2 balls that have not been hard hit, but 2 singles to start for Miami here in the second.
I tell you what, the Marlins have come out of the gate, and they are intent on hitting one where they aren't. Whatever the Red Sox shift patterns are against the Marlins, they might want to rethink them.
Put this under the category of batted ball luck. 2 men on, nobody out. And a first pitch strike again to Albert Almora, right-hand hitting left fielder, won the World Series with the Cubs in 2016.
And one line that Cora said about Buehler was interesting. He said, there's going to be games where you guys ask me about his velocity, and you're going to look up, and he went 6 innings and gave up 3 runs because he knows how to pitch.
Already seen 4 different pitches from Buehler. A 1 swing and a miss. There's the curveball. So now 5th different pitch, 77 miles an hour. And he caught Almora leaning out in front. It's like the Chris Bassett curveball yesterday. That thing was in slow motion. So he just went 77 on the curve. The 0-2 pitch here is a fastball that he just got the outside corner on. 94 at the knees, punched out Albert Almora.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's Buehler right there. You come in with that big curveball, and then you follow it up with 94 mile an hour right on the black. Nice job.
And this is where you can really start to dream on Walker Buehler. 2 men on, 1 out. Javier Sanoja, runner goes from second, the pitch outside, and Graham Pauley steals third.
Yeah, Pauley got a secondary lead and never stopped. No chance at all.
The ball landed in Connor Wong's mid outside, and at that point, Pauley was pulling into third. So now they have men on the corners with 1 out. But I think you can dream on Buehler because of the strike throwing. I mean, this is somebody who's going to stand on the mound. He's going to throw 6, 7 different pitches. He's going to move them around the zone. The conversation this spring has just been about maybe using them differently, those pitches, than he has in the past. Now the runner's going from first. The pitch is a strike. The throw to second's late, and they've stolen another base. Wagaman down to second. And now they have 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Infield comes in. Red Sox leading 2-0. Walker Buehler and a 2-0 count to Javier Sanoja, right-hand hitting second baseman, who swings and misses way out in front of that curve once again. And it's 2-1.
Boy, he has that curveball going today. And I always look up at the wind because we had that great conversation where we get into about how the wind affects pitching. Zach Kelly, you're welcome. But there's no wind right now, 0.
1-2. Pitch is outside. Just missed with the sinker again. And even this, watching Walker, even his misses are very, very tight to the zone. Home plate umpire Tyler Jones. Infield in, 1 out. Men off second and third of the 2-2 is outside. He's gone full.
Yeah, we were talking with Zach Kelly about the wind, how it might impact, and he did say he broke off a 23-inch. What was it, a sweeper?
Yeah, 20. Yeah. He went 3-2. Pitch is swung on, chop left side. Story charges, checks the runner, looks to first, throws that way. Runner's going from second to third. Now they got him hung up. Wagaman made a mistake. Now the runner coming home from third. Throw to the plate. Glove by Wong. Applies the tag, but he didn't have the ball. He dropped it. And the run scores. Complete mismanagement. Pauley ran home from third after Wagaman went up 90 feet when the runner on third didn't go. Story charge, got it to the plate. And Wong couldn't handle the throw, and the Marlins score a run. 2-1 game in the second.
So Hamilton basically had his pick to get who in a rundown. You could get between second or third and home. And once the guy went third and home, he chose that, ran right at him, which you're supposed to do. And really, the only bad play there was it was a bad throw. He on the run, one-hopped it to Connor Wong. That's a tough play for Connor Wong to handle.
But it's the kind of play that the last couple of years, not to make anything too big of it, but the last couple of years, the Red Sox have not made enough. That's a play where the Marlins are handing you an end of the inning. They couldn't complete the deal. So now man on third, 2 outs, 2-1 game. And a first pitch swing and a mix to Max Acosta. Their shortstop batting from the right side.
You're right. I mean, it's a results business. As he was running at him, I'm like, that's the right play. He's making the right choice.
Pitch upstairs, 1-1.
But, you got to execute. You got to get the guy at the plate. And as you said, Coop, Marlins were willing to give you the final out of the inning right there.
The 1-1. Acosta grounds it left side, right at Alex Bregman. Sure-handed. He scoops, throws in time across the diamond to end the inning. Marlins get 1 on ultimately the fielder's choice leading to an error. Red Sox lead 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the second on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Baseball is back and the team is stacked. Money was spent, players were at it, and from what we can see, everything looks perfect. Aha! But what about what we can't see? It's just like your drains and pipes. The ugly, nasty, sometimes stinky truth is often the one you don't see at first. Drains by James is your expert residential and commercial drain and pipelining service. We'll find it, clean it, and get it back to new. Available 24/7. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Hey, it's Greg, and we are thrilled to have wrapped up yet another year of partnership with Chick-fil-A through the Community Heroes program. Over $22,000 was donated to various organizations, and if you'd like to nominate somebody in your community, just go to thegreghillfoundation.org/heroes.
Winter weather can be frightful, but Shaws and Star Market's pickup and delivery, delightful. To help with snow days and driving delays, Shaws and Star Market offer free curbside pickup or get delivery. That's right, just order ahead and Shaws and Star Market will have your groceries ready for you curbside, or they can deliver right to your door. These convenient pickup and delivery services are available year-round to help you when you need it most. Download the app now. Shaws and Star Market can save you time and money.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Connor Wong takes the first pitch upstairs from Edward Cabrera. We're at the bottom of the second inning with the Red Sox leading Miami 2-1. Two-run home run by Trevor Story off of Cabrera. 1-0 inside, 2-0 to Connor. Wong followed by Rob Refsnyder and then Abraham Toro. Another brilliant Friday afternoon in West Florida. Red Sox and Marlins from JetBlue Park in Fort Myers. 2-0, and Wong fouls it back.
Yeah, we were talking about how yesterday the wind was just crazy. All apologies to those listening to the Baseballs and Boring podcast, battling through the wind. we did our best. But, I mean, it impacted so much. That was just a nutty game.
2-1 is on the outside corner. Cutter for a strike, 2-2 to Connor Wong.
But as we were saying, Zach Kelly was talking about how it impacted the pitching. And it does down here.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch. Connor Wong swings and misses. Sinker running at his back foot. And he waved over the top for the first out. Yeah, it was Zach Kelly was telling us that somebody hit 9 consecutive home runs.
Yeah, Nathan Hickey
hit 9 consecutive home runs in batting practice.
Yes. I also love how you ran over to me and said, yeah, Zach Kelly told me the story about Chris Bassett. Yeah, the story that I told Zach Kelly.
Yeah, but he didn't give you any credit.
No.
Rob Refsnyder takes strike 1.
And that was, of course, where Chris Bassett watched Zach Kelly pitch, and then the next day he's like, I'm going to do what Zach Kelly does and go this side of the rubber.
A 1 swing and a miss, 0-2.
Well, I was talking to Kyle Hudson, obviously, third base coach, but outfield instructor, about playing outfield in spring training, which is seemingly the worst.
No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Connor Wong. He takes low. Refsnyder, that is. 1-2.
And so he said the first thing they do in the meeting is they talk about the events, about the wind and everything else. But he also said in the last 6 games, they played on 6 different surfaces. In other words, the outfield surfaces.
Huh. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Rob Refsnyder batting against Cabrera. The pitch, swing, and he cracks it at a bloop left side out towards the outfield, but pulled in by Acosta. Went diagonal towards the line, put his knee down and makes the catch sliding for the second out to retire Refsnyder. Different surface, so like different grass types?
Yeah, different grass, and obviously there's different qualities of it. You know, we've seen some really good spring training fields, some spring training fields that aren't that great. But yeah, just the sort of the footing of it all.
First pitch slammed in the air, right field from Toro, towards the wall, towards the bullpen, and gone. First pitch Hunt, and he annihilated it deep to right for a solo shot. And the Red Sox extend the lead 3-1 thanks to Abraham Toro.
I'm going to tell you what. I would love to ask Abraham Toro if he's ever hit a ball farther than that. You just simply don't see home runs hit where he just hit it over the Red Sox bullpen.
Just to the right of the triangle, 420 feet to the triangle. He cleared that and then some to the berm beneath the bleachers. Trayce Thompson takes inside. Abraham Toro stays hot, team leading 8th RBI. And the Red Sox have hit 2 home runs today. They lead 3-1. Trayce Thompson swings and misses. Count 1-1. That had a very loud sound. Boris shown it from both sides too. 1-1 is low. 2 balls and a strike. Him and Nick Sogard have really been the only consistent switch hitters that have played for the Sox. Nobody on, 2 down, 2-1 to Trayce Thompson, and he gets blunked. Sinker Cabrera just has no idea where that pitch is going. He just hit Thompson flush. Second hit by pitch.
Well, you just don't, getting hit by pitches in spring training, it's just awful. I mean, you can tell every time someone gets hit in one of these games, they're like, really? It was such a nice day. I'm just trying to get my work in.
Cabrera hit Bregman in the first, and now hits Thompson in the second. Red Sox flip the lineup back over. And here comes Jarren Duran, bottom of the second inning. Sox leading 3-1 over the Marlins, and Thompson goes. And the pitch is low, and it skips in front. Thompson steals second. Trayce Thompson hitting home runs, stealing bases, checking boxes this spring. What if the Red Sox weren't planning on stealing any bases and the Marlins stole like 1,000 in the second inning? Now Thompson gives it back to him.
As I said, I mean, this is sort of a new development of really, I feel like the Red Sox are running more than ever in the last couple spring trainings.
Thompson leads off second. Duran checks his swing and takes a fastball upstairs for a ball, 2-0.
I just always remember that with Jacoby Ellsbury about how we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting. Hey, you're going to practice stealing bases? And the answer was no. And then next thing you know, he's stealing 70 or whatever it was.
2 balls and no strikes. Jarren Duran takes low. Great stop by the catcher. Brantley jumped to his right, kept a fastball from the backstop, but it's 3-0.
And speaking of which, we forget with Jarren Duran last year, he was coming off that toe surgery. And we were watching every step that he took in spring training. And I remember that first game where it's like, oh, does he look right? Is he running as hard? And then a few games in, like, yeah, I think he'll be okay. And then obviously by the time the season starts, he was definitely okay.
Thompson leads off second. Red Sox up by 2, the 3-0. And Duran takes upstairs for ball 4. 4 pitches, none of them in the zone. And now 2 men on for Alex Bregman here in the second. I think that might be the last pitch that Edward Cabrera throws today. Clayton McCullough goes out, takes the baseball, and Miami does in fact go to its bullpen. So Alex Bregman bats with 2 men on when we come back. Red Sox leading 3-1. Pitching change for Miami on the Shawson Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Bridgestone tires. So we buy Bridgestone tires for less and sell them for less. The guaranteed lowest price you'll find anywhere. Plus, we give you more free services for life than any other tire dealer. So when you're looking for Bridgestone tires, there's only one place to go. Town Fair Tire. Because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire. Come visit CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington this year to experience our state-of-the-art kitchen showroom. At CCL Homescapes, our design team listens, understands your family's needs, and stays on the pulse of trends. We work with you to create a beautiful and efficient space that your family will enjoy for years to come. Our showroom is open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Go to cclco.com to learn more about how we can create the kitchen of your dreams. cclco.com.
Folks, win big with the Red Sox Foundation 50-50 raffle. Buy tickets at redsox.com/5050 through the fifth inning of today's game for the chance to win half the net jackpot. See official rules for full details. Red Sox lead 3-1 on top of Miami. We're in the bottom half of the second inning. And a Jarren Duran walk forced Miami to go to their bullpen. So, 2 men on, 2 men out. And here comes Alex Bregman against the left-hander Emmett Olson. And Bravo, every time Alex Bregman comes up in this spot, it feels like he's driving the run in right now.
Yeah, you remember that a couple of years ago when Justin Turner, when he was obviously in the middle of the Red Sox lineup, but I don't remember a guy since David Ortiz better than Justin Turner, maybe JD Martinez, where you like, he's going to drop the guy in. And Bregman's sort of getting that same vibe. It's early, but you can see where it might be the case.
And everybody was ready. Now time's called. Pitch calm deal, maybe?
I don't know.
What's going on? Emmett Olson standing on the mound looking confused. The umpires have come in. The catcher's standing there. So Olson, the catcher, the umpires. And now they're going to get the man a new pitch calm. This is the first time I think I've seen this spring.
What, pitch calm
Yeah,
problems?
pitch calm debacle. Baseball's back.
Step into, listen. When your first pitch calm debacle doesn't happen until March 7th, you know you're doing something right. It is funny to look back at pitch clock and pitch calm and these things, and when we're going through spring training, like, oh, what's this new world we're living in? And now it's just, okay, that's how it is.
Red Sox have runners on first and second. Emmett Olson has a working pitch calm, so life can continue. And he'll face right-hand hitting Alex Bregman. The first pitch from Olson is chopped back foul by Bregman. Took his home run swing the way he usually does early in counts. Having a great spring, hitting .400, has a double, triple, and home run in 6 games. Thompson on second, Duran on first, 2 down. And a 1-1 to Bregman, who takes outside a slider.
You know, I just want to send out condolences to Kenley Jansen's family. And Kenley Jansen, his mother passed away. Saw that. And he went on the podcast saying that she was very ill, but passed away. So thoughts and prayers.
2-1 upstairs, 3-1, seconded.
Kenley had talked about how the last 3 months he had to go to Curacao to sort of tend to her, but I like Kenley, good guy.
3 balls and a strike, and the pitch is low to Alex Bregman for ball 4. He's on for the second time. The Red Sox have loaded the bases for Masataka Yoshida. They talked about on a young team last year what his presence, Kenley Jansen's presence, meant to that room. There are a lot of guys that are still on this team that would credit what he did for them on a day-to-day basis for why they're playing the way they are right now. Base is still loaded, 2 down, and Masataka Yoshida takes strike 1.
Well, you look at that, he's with the Angels now. That 1-2 of him and Ben Joyce. And Ben Joyce, in case you don't know, throws literally 105 miles an hour.
Pitch, Yoshida swings, pops it up behind third. Norby out, still out. That fielder in, and it is Almora who makes the catch to finish off the inning. Red Sox rally. They load the bases. Abraham Toro hit a home run. And they lead 3-1 as we go to the third of the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Mass Mutual is an official partner of the Red Sox. And as fans first, we know you're already zoning out. So here are 20 soothing seconds of Fenway sounds, because there's nothing like being at the ballpark. This meditation is brought to you by Mass Mutual, official partner of the Red Sox. Learn more at massmutual.com/Red Sox.
There's a lot to love about. There's a lot to love about you.
Don't miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Love all the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester has to offer, like symmetrical all-wheel drive. Buy with 3.9% financing for up to 48 months, or lease for just $319 per month for 36 months. Versatile, capable, and reliable, the 2025 Forester is equipped with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, the latest tech, and advanced Subaru safety features so you can adventure with confidence. Buy the 2025 Forester with 3.9% financing for up to 48 months, or lease for just $319 per month with $32.19 due at signing. With so much to love, you don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
There's a lot to love about you.
When we opened Riverwalk Brewing, we turned to the Health Connector for business for employee health insurance. In about half an hour, we found coverage tailored for our needs. Now, I only spend 10 minutes a month managing our plan.
mahealthconnector.org/business.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Third inning, Red Sox lead the Marlins 3-1. Right-hander Walker Buehler's on for his third and probably last inning of work. Facing Rob Brantley, left-hand hitting catcher for Miami. And the first pitch is fastball outside, cut fastball at 89. The fastball today for Buehler's ripped 95. A couple of sinkers. 1 ball and no strikes from the wine. He deals and gets a pop-up down the left field line, foul.
Obviously, Buehler's the headliner, but we get some other interesting names coming in. Garrett Whitlock's first outing of the spring. Guerrero, obviously, he's in the mix. Justin Slayton, we know about him. Matt Moore trying to make the team.
Pitch low, 2 balls and a strike.
And one of our broadcast partners, Adam Ottavino, also slated to come in.
Yeah, you got 4 guys there that are definitely going to be on the roster, at least we think. Between Guerrero, Whitlock, Buehler, and Slayton. 2-1. Swinging a tap back foul, 2-2. You got the battle for one of the final few spots between Moore and Ottavino. 2 guys that have pitched very well in their limited time. Nobody on, nobody out in the third inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Buehler has 1 K, and the pitch to Brantley gets him his second on a chase of a sinker away for the first out of the third.
Man, he's dotting it today, isn't he? Even his misses aren't that much. You know, when you talk about these outings from these guys, you say, oh, man, you look really good. 3 up, 3 down, entered reactions and everything else.
Kyle Stowers takes low and in.
And then you have to follow up the conversation with, yeah, and how did the analytics measure out? How did your stuff look? It can't just be the eye test anymore.
1-0 is outside 2-0. I was talking to a member of the Red Sox staff earlier on today about that, and made the point that 2-0 here from Buehler to Stowers is foul back, 2-1. That early in camp, especially, the hitters' reactions don't tell you everything because it doesn't necessarily. Hitters are behind, right? Like they haven't caught up to the pitchers. Whereas the metrics, they never lie. They're never behind. Metrically, there are things that they can look at to say, yeah, this is going to work. 2-1. That's inside 3-1. One of the reasons why everyone's so excited, for example, about Richard Fitz's new curveball, because the metrics on that are awesome off of his fastball, especially with the velo that he's got. Pitch from Buehler. And Stowers takes up and away for ball 4.
But as you get into the regular season, it can be a dangerous thing because I've seen teams really give guys 5th chances because, well, listen, your spin rate or your analytics, it should get better results. The results are there, and sometimes they just never come. I remember Tyler Thornburg? I mean, he was unbelievable spin rate.
Derek Hill takes low.
He was traded for in Travis Shaw deal with Milwaukee, was supposed to be a high leverage reliever, and he had some injuries problems, but the spin rate was there, it just never translated.
Pitch to Hill, line foul down the right field line.
And I think that's the balance that you have to have, Coop, where you have these guys with great analytics, but also the dynamic of getting through a major league season. Oh, well, where does leadership come in? Where does being on the big stage come in?
1 ball and 1 strike. Man on first, the pitch. Check swing, called the ball outside. 2-1 to Derek Hill. No, it all matters. And analytically, your pitch, you might have 1 or 2 pitches that are phenomenal, but that's not enough. 2-1 is called low again. Sinker near the bottom of the zone. Buehler put his right arm out, staring at Tyler Jones like, what else you want me to do? I'm in Walker's camp right now. Man on first, 1 out, 3 balls and 1 strike. Now the 2-hitter for the Marlins. Hill takes a strike. That's a sinker on the outside corner.
And 94, been sitting right there, 94 with that sinker. Now his stuff looks just as good as it did the other day.
Outfield deep, double play combo. Story and Hamilton. Runner goes 3-2, swing and a miss. Throw to second on the money and not in time. Just behind. Stauer slid into the back of the bag as Story laid the tag. He's safe at second, but Derek Hill strikes out. Walker Buehler has 3 Ks in 3 innings. So 2 down, men on second. And Connor Norby bats for Miami. Pitch from Buehler is outside with the cutter for ball 1. This really is the face of the Marlins franchise right now. For a franchise with a payroll, as we said earlier, of just $70 million projected going into the year by Fangraph. 1-0 on the outside corner for strike 1-1. Hey, this is the face of their franchise. He made his major league debut last year. 1-1 to him. Swing and a miss. Chased another big-time curveball from Walker Buehler.
Yeah, as we said just 2 years ago, they're in the postseason. Skip Schumacher, considered one of the best young managers in baseball. They got it rolling. They have all these guys that go out and get Josh Bell. They have Jake Berger. They have, Arise for a little bit. But you had this dynamic where everyone's so excited about him. Now they got steamrolled in Philadelphia in the playoffs, but still.
1-2, swinging a pop up behind second. David Hamilton going out, still out. Right fielder in. Hamilton calls and makes the catch right in front of Rob Refsnyder to end the inning. Norby out. Walker Buehler goes 3 scoreless and strikes out 3. We go to the bottom of the third. Red Sox leading 3-1 over Miami on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Just in time for your St. Patrick's Day celebrations, corned beef is on sale at Shaws and Star Market. Get Signature Select corned beef point cut for just $1.27 a pound when you use a digital coupon. Limit 2 while supplies last. Shaws and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Hey guys, it's Greg for East Coast Metal Roofing. If you've been thinking about a new roof, don't wait any longer. Proposed tariffs on aluminum could increase the cost of a new metal roof by up to 25% beginning March 12th. Right now, you can save 10% and get 0% financing during the Spring into Savings event at East Coast Metal Roofing. Just mention my name and WEEI when you visit eastcoastmetalroofing.com, but you ought to do it before March 12th when the tariffs kick in. East Coast Metal Roofing, the official roofing partner of the Boston Celtics.
No matter what you drive, having the right tire matters. So take control with a new set of Bridgestone tires from Town Fair Tire. You'll choose from the area's largest selection of Bridgestone tires, and you'll get the Bridgestone tire you need at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, Town Fair will give you more free services than all other tire dealers, clubs, or online sites. Nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
March might be a lucky month for you. Try your luck by checking if there's any extra money waiting for you at findmassmoney.gov. Hey everybody, it's Fitzy. Now you could have unclaimed money from a forgotten savings account, uncashed payroll check, or a refund check that never got to you. It's estimated that 1 out of every 10 people have unclaimed property. My name's on the list. Yours could be too. Just go to findmassmoney.gov today. It only takes 30 seconds to search your name. If you file a claim, make sure you fill out the paperwork so you could become reunited with your lost funds.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Trevor Story leads off the inning. Took a first pitch inside from Edward Cabrera, so they got the Marlins back out there. They pulled them after a heavy pitch inning in the second. And he returns to the mound with the Red Sox leading the Marlins 3-1. Story hit a 2-run home run off of Cabrera back in the first inning. And the 1-0 is grounded off the front foot of Story foul. And it's 1-1.
Familiar face here today, Gabe Kapler, obviously former Red Sox, also former manager of the San Francisco Giants, now working in the Marlins front office.
1 ball and 1 strike to Trevor Story. Pitch. Swinging a high fly ball. Left field and deep. This one leaves no doubt. Over the monster. Over everything. Trevor Story has homered twice in 2 at-bats. Sox lead 4-1 in the third.
As we said, sort of going under the radar this spring. No more. You hit 2 home runs in a game, you're officially back on the radar. A lot of attention's going to go to you. And the biggest thing with Trevor Story, I don't think, Coop, it's a matter of if he's going to be able to play well, it's just stay healthy. If he stays healthy, he's going to play well.
Whew. The first one just got over the monster. David Hamilton grounds it back foul. It was hit very hard. That one was launch angle to the moon over the monster towards the backfield.
That is landing on the picnic tables where the family's milling about outside the clubhouse over the wall.
Pitch is low, 1-1.
And there really isn't too much wind either. I know that we harp on the wind, but we have to because the wind is such the X factor in these games so many times. Not today.
No. Yeah, that's if we're at Fenway, is catcher needs a new mitt. Rob Brantley goes over. They're having all sorts of issues today.
Yeah, and they didn't come that far. They stayed up in Northport last night. They had played the Braves. That's only about an hour away.
Way closer than Dunedin.
Yeah, I can confirm that.
Red Sox leading 4-1. 1-1 to Hamilton's outside. 2 balls and a strike. And, you know, there are a lot of permutations. How about that for a word? A lot of permutations of, you know, how this season can go for Trevor Story. As Hamilton grounds it right side and through past the second baseman, Sanoha. Base hit for Hamilton. He took a big turn as he usually does, and he's on with consecutive hits for the Red Sox to begin the third. But I do think there are a lot of ways it can go, and obviously health is the #1 story for Trevor. But, you know, again, you sit here and, like, this is a dude that slugged .567 in a major league season for Colorado. .567. It would have been a top, 5-6 mark in Major League Baseball last year. First pitch to Connor Wong is high and tight for ball 1.
And I think almost even more important than that is people should understand what level of shortstop he is. I mean, when he played second base, I thought he could have potentially been a Gold Glove second baseman. But at his peak in 2019, he was an elite shortstop.
Connor Wong takes upstairs, 2-0.
And then he had obviously the arm problems, which everybody sort of knew about even when the Red Sox signed him. Got that arm fixed, and now we saw glimpses of it when he's played, but he just has to play.
Man on first, nobody out. Red Sox leading 4-1. And the pitch from Cabrera is inside. Wong had to jump out of the way of a fastball, 3-0.
And I don't think when he came back last year that was representative of the Trevor Story that we're going to see. I mean, there was a lot of rushing to that back.
Also, for the record, and I agree with you, he was an above-average hitter last year. in the 31 games that he played. You go by pretty much any stat. I mean, you look at his WRC plus, which is just an average. He was above average. 3 balls and no strikes. Connor Wong takes up and in. Had to turn his way out of a fastball, so he walks, and the Red Sox have put each of the first 3 men on base in the third, and for the second time today, Edward Cabrera's day is actually done. Clayton McCullough comes out of the dugout, points to his bullpen. Red Sox have 2 men on and nobody out for Rob Refsnyder when we return to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Baseball is back and the team is stacked. Money was spent, players were at it, and from what we can see, everything looks perfect. Aha! But what about what we can't see? It's just like your drains and pipes. The ugly, nasty, sometimes stinky truth is often the one you don't see at first. Drains by James is your expert residential and commercial drain and pipelining service. We'll find it, clean it, and get it back to new. Available 24/7. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Bridgestone tires. So we buy Bridgestone tires for less and sell them for less. The guaranteed lowest price you'll find anywhere. Plus, we give you more free services for life than any other tire dealer. So when you're looking for Bridgestone tires, there's only one place to go. Town Fair Tire. Because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Red Sox leading 4-1 on top of Miami as we play here in the 3rd inning. Red Sox with 2 home runs from Trevor Story as Miami goes to their bullpen. Gives us 10 seconds to pause for station ID. The Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Eagles play here. Catch BC football, basketball, baseball, and hockey on WEEI AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
JetBlue Park, Fort Myers, Red Sox spring training baseball. Cooper Boardman alongside Rob Bradford. And the Red Sox leading 4-1 over Miami. Left-hander Adam Lasky on the mound down to their bullpen to face Rob Refsnyder with 2 men on.
So our Hall of Fame engineer, Doug Lane, had a good point about when you dropped WRC plus.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. What I was going to give you the option. You can either try to spell Justin Nixon Garcia's first name or explain WRC plus.
I could do both at the same time. 2 men on, nobody out. Right hand hitting Rob Refsnyder. And the first pitch is outside. It goes off the glove of Brantley, and everybody moves up 90 feet. Hamilton to third. Wong follows to second, 2 in scoring position. No, I'm glad you asked, because I do think, you say something like that, and I know there are many people listening that roll their eyes when you say something like WRC.
No, I don't think they roll their eyes. They just they feel this really, really dumb.
Yeah, and I don't mean it that way. It's just it's an aggregation essentially of how guys hit. 1 ball, no strikes, man on second to third. Infield's in, and the pitch is inside 2-0 to Rob Refsnyder. That factors in everything they do at the plate: batting average, on base percentage, slugging percentage over every plate appearance in the ballparks that you play in. So it has park factors in there. So if you play in a bigger ballpark, it accounts for that. 2-0 swing and a miss, and the count 2-1. If you play at Wrigley Field or Yankee Stadium, it accounts for that, about how good of a hitter you've hit in those ballparks. And it spits out a number. And if your number is 100, you're exactly the average of the league. And if you're above it, you're above league average. If you're below it, obviously you're below. 2-1, it's a strike. 2-2. And it's just a way to look at very quickly somebody's season. Doesn't tell the whole story. And just say, hey, were you a league average hitter or were you an above league average hitter? 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Ref. He takes a curveball back foot low, 3-2.
Well done, well said, well explained. And, it wasn't long ago, and for everybody to say, oh, my goodness, WRC plus, what are we doing? No, it wasn't that long ago when the thought of putting an OPS up on the scoreboard was insane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody would ever thought. And now...
Pitch, grounded, left side, diving stop, third baseman, flip to third, got him. Wong going second to third. Norby snared it, flipped to Acosta, the shortstop covering, and he ends up applying the tag. Red Sox score a run in the process. Hamilton home from third on the fielder's choice. And it's 5-1 Sox in the third.
That was a great play by Norby to knock it down and then have the peace of mind to whirl around and just flip it to the shortstop who was covering third. Just well executed play. And, that's Dodger baseball. And the reason I say that is because the guy who's managing the Marlins right now came from the Dodgers, and they did things like that.
Abraham Toro lines it foul. Nearly took off the head of Eric Backus down the first line. But anyway, just to finish it on WRC Plus, for example, Shohei Ohtani's WRC Plus last year was 181. He, as a hitter, was 81% above league average. And there you go. Man on first, one out, and the 0-1 count to Abraham Toro, who takes a curveball upstairs 1-1. Red Sox leading 5-1 over the Marlins. Home runs from Trevor Story twice. 2-run shot, solo shot. The 1-1 is a curveball outside again, 2-1.
I remember, and Doug Lane just reminded me, 6 or 7 years ago, exit velocity, where it wasn't measured, number one, but spin rate. I remember the first time it said spin rate, saying to John Farrell, hey, well, you know about spin rate? Yeah, I kind of know about spin rate.
Pitch, chop left side, foul again.
But we didn't have that when Koji Iwahara was pitching, because if we did, we would be like, oh, that's why that ball does that. Mm-hmm. That's why that fastball is getting by these guys. But there's always some evolution, and again, going back to WRC Plus, and there's other things, and there's going to be other things as well, that we're going to, in 2 years from now, we're just going to be more accepted, much like OPS is probably more accepted than batting average right now.
2-2. Inside. And I just think, when you just say something like WRC Plus, or just say like an analytic, like, oh, big spin rate, the intention is not to talk down to anyone. I mean, we're all learning about this all the time. There's so many things. Every time you and I walk in the clubhouse, we learn a new term about what these guys are talking about. But it's the language of the game, and the way that these players on the field and the coaches and the front offices see it. It's not just nerds in a room and doing Moneyball. This is, these are the players and the human beings that you watch on your TV every day. It matters to them what those numbers say, because it helps them. Runner goes, 3-2, swing and a miss. Throw to second is not in time. Stolen base for Ref Snyder as Toro strikes out. And there's two away in the third inning.
I remember a few years ago, I think I was talking to Matt Barnes about this, and he had dropped in the term tunneling. And that time I stopped him and I said, can you please explain that? I mean, this was a few years ago. Now, obviously, you know what it is. And what it is throwing different pitches from the same exact tunnel. But that was verbiage that they used. And so when they're doing it in interviews, like, they just assume that we know it because that's what they're throwing around.
Man on second, 2 outs. We're in the third inning. Red Sox leading by 4. Trace Thompson batting. He checks the swing, takes a curveball low for ball 1.
I do remember when OPS started gaining some steam. The problem when you're writing stories was always like, am I going to have to take a paragraph to explain this? In all sincerity. And sort of that's what we're dealing with now, right?
The 1-0. Inside 2-0.
We're in a spring training game. This is what these games are all about, these sort of conversations, but we just spent 5 minutes talking about our WRC Plus.
Yeah. And it's, I also just think that, if you, as you learn about it, 2 balls and no strikes, man on second, pitch to Trace, and Thompson takes inside again. It's 3-0. As you learn about it too, I think it can really help you appreciate the game even more. You can see a ball hit very hard, on the ground, and see a guy boot it and understand, well, he was trying to catch a 108-mile-an-hour ground ball. That's why he missed it, not because he's bad. 3-0's upstairs, ball 4. Trace Thompson walks, and the Red Sox have 2 on with 2 out in the third inning.
Well, I mean, the understanding of that this is evolving, and this is, a lot of stuff is being accepted, and it will have to be accepted, are the scoreboards at the ballparks. If you go to the scoreboards, if you go to the ballpark and you see a lot of these scoreboards, more than not, they are littered with a lot of analytics and stats that just weren't even thought of 3 years ago, including, by the way, here at JetBlue Park.
Pitch is lined off the bat of Duran towards the monster, over the left fielder, and clangs off the wall. Takes a huge carom. Ref Snyder home. Thompson around third. He scores 2. Jaron Duran, bicep power to left. And he's on second with the double. Drives in 2. And the Sox up big now. 7-1 in the third.
Well, if you want to talk about exit velocity, that would be a pretty good test right there. I'm guessing that exit velocity, I mean, other way, going the other way, 108.
Sure.
I mean, Will Fleming's really, really good at this. Will Fleming is nails at judging exit velocity.
Man on second, 2 down, and the pitch is a strike to Alex Bregman. Yeah, he just took that.
Yeah, it was smoked. I mean, that's the type of ones that knock numbers off scoreboards.
The 0-1 is upstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Last year, one stat that became public to everybody was basically bat speed, right? That I think it was dropped in about May or June, and became a big conversation where you could now look at everyone's bat speed.
1-1 swing and a miss, 1-2.
And I did the exercise of going through the top bat speed guys. For the most part, they're really impactful, good hitters. It wasn't the be-all, end-all. But what was really interesting was the guy who was at the very bottom, the last player in bat speed.
Mm-hmm. Pitch. Bregman swings and misses. Then the at bat, I thought it was 1-2 on the scoreboard, so I guess not. Count holds.
But the guy who was the last person in bat speed was a guy who I have been told is the best hitter in baseball by people. That was Luis Arias.
Yep. Mm-hmm. 1-2. Swing, fly ball, left field off the bat of Bregman. It is long gone. Story's homer twice. Bregman goes deep too. Dare to dream. Red Sox extend the lead again. They've hung 6 in the third. It's 9-1.
All that was a left-handed pitcher dropping a curveball right into the bat path of a really, really good hitter in Alex Bregman. I mean, it was almost in slow motion, Coop, wasn't it? Ball comes in, he just uppercuts it, boom, up over the monster.
Loud sounds in the third. Now Massa, he takes a strike. Cleared the monster in left center above the scoreboard. 9-1 Sox. Pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2. That would have your Lansdowne comp. It would have threatened House of Blues, probably.
Yeah, I would say so. It's a good comp.
The 0-2, swing and foul back.
It was really just one of these ones where the ball was just coming in slowly, and he just, okay, here I am, uppercut, boom, over the wall. I mean, but that's what that short, compact swing will do. There's little room for interpretation.
0-2, upstairs 1-2.
Or error, really. I mean, this isn't a big looping swing by any stretch.
Red Sox have scored 6 runs in the inning. Trevor Story homered. Jared Duran 2-run double. Solo shot from Bregman. 1-2. Swing and another ground ball foul first base side by Yoshida.
Now, our guy Doug Lane thinks that there's about 10 people who look up the left field scoreboard and see the pitch break, which is horizontal and vertical inches, right? And so there's about 10 people would understand that. This is where I part ways with him. I don't. I think this has become one of the things that people do understand, the vertical and the horizontal, the break. Like we talked about Zach Kelly, 23 inches of break. That's insane. That's great. But I do think that is something people understand more and more than ever.
Pitch was outside of Yoshida, counts 2-2. And the pitch is swung on, hammered off the glove, in the air, and into the mid of the shortstop, Acosta.
1-6.
It hit Lasky's glove. It popped up, and Acosta made an easy catch to end the inning. Red Sox score 6 times. They lead 9-1 after 3 on the Shawson Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
With all the money you can save on gas when you use the Club Citgo Rewards app, you're good to go. But good to go where? Good to go fly first class?
Hot towel.
Cool. Good to go to the opera. Good to sit ringside at a boxing match. Good to go salsa dancing? Tap dancing? Or polka dancing? Download Citgo's money-saving Club Citgo app today. The easiest way to save money on fuel. Now you're good to go.
Greg Hill here. What's better than 2 for 1? 3 for 1. Right now, Boston Standard is offering a plumbing inspection plus an AC and heating system tune-up for just $219. That's 3 services for the price of 1. Call today and save tomorrow with Boston Standard.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Looking for new, highly durable, and low-maintenance windows? Look no further. Come visit CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington to see the Sierra Pacific H3 windows. With the Sierra Pacific H3 windows, you can choose from 50 exterior colors and 8 interior wood species. And each window is protected by low-maintenance, highly durable exterior cladding that'll stand up to the harsh New England weather for years to come. CCL and Sierra Pacific Windows. Nobody's ever built a window like this before. Go to cclco.com to learn more. cclco.com.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
9-1 Red Sox. 6 in the bottom of the 3rd inning as we start the 4th. And here comes Garrett Whitlock, who deals a fastball for strike 1 at 95 miles an hour on the outside corner against left-hand hitting Graham Pauley. Spring debut, Garrett Whitlock, right here, right now. Tall right-hander, high socks, and he deals and gets a chopper foul. 83-mile-an-hour changeup, and it's 0-2.
Well, we've been talking about next-level analytics. One of the ones you want to watch for Garrett Whitlock is extension. In other words, how far he is reaching out when he finally releases the ball. To me, I don't need a machine to tell me that it is next level. I mean, he goes way out there.
Pitch swung on, chop right back to Whitlock. He dropped it. He's got to go get it, and he just kind of gave up on it. Pauley's safe at first on the air. Whitlock just had it pop out of his mitt as he tried to field it. Leadoff man's on to begin here in the 4th inning.
There's so many people raving about Garrett Whitlock. Obviously, Coop, up here when we had Lucas Giolito up here, when we asked him like who has stood out, couldn't even get the word out, and he said Garrett Whitlock.
First pitch to Wagaman is a fastball upstairs. 94-mile-an-hour sinker from Whitlock. It's been an interesting spring. You know, they had him build up, then they had a period where they deloaded him, meaning he just didn't throw. 1-0 is fastball on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. And he's hit all of his marks timeline-wise just to keep him healthy. And now he's in the process after his debut today of a regular pitching build-up between now and the regular season. Man on first, nobody out. And a 1-1 from Whitlock. He fouled back, 94-mile-an-hour sinker. Now it's 1-2. But Alex, to the story that he told us was really interesting, where Whitlock came into his office in September and said, hey, I want to be a reliever. The pitch, swag and a miss, got a chase on his first slider, Garrett Whitlock, and his first K as an official reliever sets down Wagaman.
Yeah, that was the first time I had heard that, Coop, where we knew that they had made the decision, but I don't think I had heard that Garrett Whitlock came in and said, hey, listen, I want to be a reliever, because there was a perception for a long time that he was really wanting to prioritize being a starter.
Pitch to Albert Almora's outside.
And I think when he signed that extension, that was the thought of the organization. Well, you're going to evolve into a starter, a top-tier starter, and sometimes things just fit better.
The 1-0. Swing and a fly ball to left. Off the bat of Almora. He and the rest of us are going to watch this fly off the top of the wall, bounce down to Duran. He makes the grab and gets it in. Almora started the home run trot, then had to kick it into gear. It's a double, and the Marlins have men on second and third here in the fourth.
Yeah, unfortunately for Almora, he picked the day here at JetBlue Park where the flag is absolutely hanging straight down. If there was any gust of wind out the left, that's probably gone up over the little ledge and really would have been a home run at Fenway Park because this wall's 7 feet higher.
So they have runners on second and third with a man out for Javier Sanoja. Pitch is upstairs. Count 1-0 from Whitlock. And it made a lot of sense why Whitlock was going to be in the starting rotation. The 1-0 is on the inside corner for a strike, 1-1. There's a guy that's always been dripping with big-time stuff. But couldn't stay healthy. 1-1, outside 2 balls and 1 strike. Last year pitched just 18 1/3 innings. And at a certain point, you also have to go with what you want to do. And Whitlock's ability to walk in the office and say, hey, I need to be a reliever. 2-1 is a strike. 2-2 says something. And it also, I think, probably allowed the Red Sox now in hindsight to make better decisions in the offseason, right? It wasn't, hey, we got Whitlock. He's going to be in a rotation. We're going to be good. 2-2. Outside 3-2. It's, all right, we're going to put him in the bullpen, and we're going to go out and go get our starters.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, what's the motivation behind Whitlock doing that? I think he just wanted some sort of regular certainty.
3-2. Swinging a chopper left side. Story backs up, comes in, makes the grab, and throws to first in time of the chop for the second out. Brings home a run. Paulie crosses the plate. Sanoja gets an RBI. And the Red Sox lead is 9-2 in the fourth inning.
And it's interesting because conversely, you have Garrett Crochet, who one of the reasons, or the main reason why he wanted a contract extension if he was going to get traded, so that he could protect himself from going back to the bullpen because he had finally found a routine and who he was as a starter. Garrett Whitlock, I think, is the same thing, but just as a reliever.
Max Acosta to outside.
Doug Lane passes it on in terms of the wind, which is always a hot topic here. Wednesday, 22 miles an hour. Remember that day?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Pitch, strike, 1-1.
Can you guess what the wind is today?
4 miles an hour.
1.
Yeah. Flags in right center field, basically just hanging limp. And a 1-1 pitch. Whitlock gets a ground ball left side. Third baseman backs up on it. Bregman throws to first in time and ends the inning. And check number 1 for Garrett Whitlock. He allows 1 run in his return, but gets a strikeout as well. We go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Sox leading 9-2 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Just like our hometown legends of the Diamond, Herb Chambers has been hitting it out of the park for decades with legendary customer service. With over 35 brands and so many locations, Herb Chambers offers the largest inventory of cars, trucks, and SUVs in New England. You can always count on getting the lowest prices and best value. And at Herb Chambers, you always get more for your trade. Come see for yourself and experience our legendary customer service today. Herb Chambers. We don't sell cars. We help people buy them.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
It's here. The prime rib dinner is back at the Nines. 16 ounces of slow roasted USDA choice prime rib served with your choice of 2 sides. Available every Friday after 4 p.m. and all day Saturday and Sunday. You're going to love the Nines.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Trevor Story has hit 2 home runs in 2 at-bats today, and he bats right now for a 3rd time to begin the bottom of the 4th, and takes the slider down and in for ball 1 from the most interesting man in the world, Bradfo. Lake Bacher is on.
Yeah, I had a conversation with the legend of Lake Bacher today.
1 ball, no strikes in the pitch. Swing, blooper, center field, sinking, base hit for Trevor Story. 3 swings, 3 hits for Story.
So I was introduced to Lake Bacher last September. I went to the Dodgers Marlins game, the series where Shohei Ohtani basically turned in the best performance of any human being. But in the first game of that series, there was a runner on third late in the game, and Lake Bacher came in with Shohei Ohtani up, and there's a 1-run game, and Lake Bacher struck out Shohei Ohtani. And I'm thinking, what a moment.
David Hamilton fouls it back.
So this is a guy who's an independent league guy who ultimately lands with the Padres, gets DFA'd by the Padres in early September last year, gets picked up by the Marlins a week later. First outing for the Marlins, strikes out the side against the Phillies, and then a few days later strikes out Shohei Ohtani.
The 0-1. Hamilton swings, hits it high in the air to center field. Kyle Stowers goes back, still back at the warning track. He makes the catch. Tracked it the whole way. For the first out of the 4th inning, Hamilton gave that a ride.
So obviously when I saw Lake Bacher was on the traveling crew today, I said, I got to reunite with Lake Bacher, because I talked to him after that game. And what I found out was another interesting thing about Lake Bacher. His family is next level when it comes to naming human beings.
So crazy. This is insane.
So evidently there's no reason he's named Lake. It's just the parents like the name.
Pitch inside to Connor Wong for a ball.
I said, do you know any of the lakes? The only lake I know is Lake Bell, the actress.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lakes. But there was no rhyme or reason to Lake Bacher being named Lake. It just fit.
It just fit. 1-0. Swing. Off the end of the bat in the air towards the right side. It'll fall to the first baseman, Wagaman. Makes the catch for the 2nd out.
And so Lake was talking about how they're expecting their 2nd child. And I said, well, what's the first child's name? First child's name is Wilder. Wilder Bacher. I mean, if that kid is not in the major leagues at some point, let's go.
It's an insane, like, how do you even get there? Right hand hitting Rob Refsnyder. Pitch outside the count. 1-0. So your parents were considering Wilder Bradford?
Wilder Farnsworth Bradford.
Now that's a name. Somehow you'd still be called Bradfo.
It was a decision.
Pitch. Refsnyder grounds and foul.
Speaking of which, perfect segue. I thought I knew you, Cooper. I thought I knew you. We've done a bunch of these games together. We've gotten to know each other. We're basically best friends now.
Sure.
And I just realized today what your middle name was, which is, talking about Wilder being a unique name, Kenny. Not Kenneth, Kenny. Yep. Cooper Kenny Boardman.
Refsnyder takes low, bounces away from Brantley, and Story sprints down to 2nd.
I can't tell you how much I respect your parents for calling you Kenny.
Birth certificate Kenny.
Birth
Cooper
certificate Kenny.
Yep. That's well, my dad's name is Kenneth, called Kenny, but they decided,
they could have easily gone Kenneth.
They could have, but they did not. It's so funny because you grow up with Cooper Kenny Boardman, and you don't even think that, you don't think anything of it. 2-1 swing, line drive down the left field line, a base hit, fair ball just inside the left field line. Story can cruise home from second, and he does. Refsnyder replaces at second with another double. It's 10-2 Red Sox in the fourth.
Well, that's a good sign for Rob Refsnyder. Righty on righty, lines it down the left field line. You know, those type of hits feel good for Rob. So anyway, go back to the most important thing. Cooper Kenny Boardman.
Yeah, you grow up your whole life and you just, but then you start telling people the name and they're like, Kenny? Like, that can't be your real middle name. Pitch upstairs.
I feel like there might have been a time where you dabbled with the idea of CK Boardman.
Oh, that would have, honestly, had I been better, that would have been good.
You would have won a Pulitzer Prize by now.
1-0 is down the middle for a strike, 1-1.
I've often said that about me. My name is Robert Farnsworth Bradford. If I went with R. Farnsworth Bradford, I'd be basically a billionaire right now.
You'd be wearing a white
powdered
wig. Pitch upstairs, 2-1.
I prioritize having a short Twitter handle. You know, it's a lot easier to be identified as Bradfo than R. Farnsworth Bradford.
And I'm Cooper K. Boardman on Twitter. Now you know the K. Pitch, swing at a ground ball. Foul by Toros, homered in the game. Count 2-2.
Cooper Kenny Powers Boardman.
Kenny Powers. That's good. That's a new one. Red Sox leading 10-2 over the Marlins. Refsnyder leads off second.
Oh, I can't wait to ask Toro if that was the longest home run he ever hit.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's Toro, who swings and foul tips it into the mid. Held onto by Brantley, and the inning is over. Red Sox get a run on an RBI double from Robert Daniel Refsnyder. And we go to the 5th. Sox up big, 10-2 in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, Red Sox Nation, imagine replacing your roof once and never worrying about it again. With Interlock Metal Roofing, you get the last roof you'll ever need. Durable, beautiful, and backed by a lifetime warranty. For over 25 years, homeowners across New England have trusted Interlock to protect their homes. Make the switch today. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com or call 866-733-5811 for a free quote. One roof, one call for life. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Ooh, up top, bike shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Thorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years!
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five!
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm James Pratt from Basement Technologies. Find out how fast and inexpensive it is to keep your basement dry for good. Don't let rain cause damage to your home. Call 1-800-BUSY-DOG or visit 1-800-BUSYDOG.com and keep your basement dry for good.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the Aura Pavilion at Fenway is the perfect place to enjoy a game. Aura Pavilion offers cushioned seats, in-seat service, access to the climate-controlled Aura Club space behind home plate, and more. First pitch line foul down the right field line. Season ticket packages in the Aura Pavilion start at 20 games. Please visit redsox.com/Aura Pavilion for more info. Red Sox up huge, 10-2 on top of the Marlins as we play at the top of the 5th inning. Curveball outside from the right-hander Justin Slayton, working on left-hand hitting Rob Brantley. So Garrett Whitlock goes his one allotted inning in his spring debut. And now Justin Slayton on. 1-1 gets a cut and a miss on a curveball that had a lot of gravity on it. Count to 1-2 on Brantley. Justin Slayton has looked awesome early on in spring. And a 1-2 from him is foul back. Late decision there by Brantley.
You know, one thing that Alex Cora talked about before the game when it came to Slayton, he said, "Do you see pretty much the same role?" And I said, "Yeah." So I think for those who thinking that he might get in the closer mix, I don't think so.
The 1-2, swing and foul back.
Oh, ooh,
coming at you.
Not coming.
Just above.
Over there.
Oh,
Marlins people.
Marlins booth.
Look at Jemai Webster can't believe what he just saw. He's in a Nesson booth next to us.
That's as close as we've gotten, right? That was pitch upstairs, 2-2.
Yeah, you have to. There's a lot of angles you have to hit in order to get it to this booth. Not to bore people with the angles of the booth, but but to go back to Slayton.
Pitch, swinging a high pop, foul off to the left.
Alex reminded us of his importance, and his importance was put on display really coming out of the All-Star break when he wasn't available, when he had that injury. He was sort of trying to plow through the injury when he shouldn't have, but they were without Chris Martin, without Slayton in that Dodger series.
Pitch on the outside corner, called strike 3. He just placed 97 over the outer edge for a strikeout.
How about this? Also little history being made. First time in Red Sox history that back-to-back Rule 5 picks have come into a spring training game.
It's true?
No, we have no idea if it's true.
It's cool.
I think it's cool. It's a good idea.
Kyle Stowers bunts foul down the left field line.
But, you look back at that series coming out of the All-Star break, the Dodgers and the Rockies, and how short they were because Slayton wasn't available and because Martin wasn't available, and how important those guys were.
0-1 foul right on back. Yeah, changed the entire season for the Red Sox. And, I think that the general feeling is that there's more depth around this pen than there was last year, and I think that's true. 0-2 is on the outside corner again. Another dot, another strikeout. Justin Slayton, 2 up, 2 down looking.
You know what that was? That was a heavy ball right there. I mean, he just sort of kind of came up over the top. Boom, the hammer, 96 miles an hour. Gets to you fast.
Yeah, he's gone 2 up, 2 down. Now he faces right-hand hitting Derek Hill. Swing and a miss. Cutter diving down and away from Hill. Slayton pitched to a 2.93 ERA. Some of the underlying numbers say that he could have even had a better season. Big time strikeout rate, 9 per 9. And walked fewer than 2 per 9. Over 44 major league appearances in his debut season. No balls, 1 strike in the pitch. Swing, blooper, down the right field line. Schneider charging, and it bounces over him. Right in front of him, Refsnyder picks it up. He'll go into second, and the throw is in time. Wow, what a tag by Story on a ball that bounced past Refsnyder. Red Sox get out of the inning. And a scoreless frame for Justin Slayton. Go to the bottom half of the 5th. Red Sox leading 10-2 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Winter weather can be frightful, but Shaws and Star Market's pickup and delivery, delightful. To help with snow days and driving delays, Shaws and Star Market offer free curbside pickup or get delivery. That's right, just order ahead and Shaws and Star Market will have your groceries ready for you curbside, or they can deliver right to your door. These convenient pickup and delivery services are available year-round to help you when you need it most. Download the app now. Shaws and Star Market can save you time and money.
There's a lot to love about. There's a lot to love about you.
Don't miss the Subaru of New England, a lot to love event. Love all the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester has to offer, like symmetrical all-wheel drive. Buy with 3.9% financing for up to 48 months, or lease for just $319 per month for 36 months. Versatile, capable, and reliable, the 2025 Forester is equipped with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, the latest tech, and advanced Subaru safety features so you can adventure with confidence. Buy the 2025 Forester with 3.9% financing for up to 48 months or lease for just $319 per month with $32.19 due at signing. With so much to love, you don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
There's a lot to love about you.
It's here. The prime rib dinner is back. The Nines. 16 ounces of slow roasted USDA choice prime rib served with your choice of 2 sides. Available every Friday after 4 p.m. and all day Saturday and Sunday. You're going to love the Nines.
The Christian Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Trace Thompson leads off in the bottom of the 5th inning. Red Sox leading 10-2 over Miami at JetBlue Park in Fort Myers, spring training. Trace Thompson takes strike 1 from Veneziano. Lively crowd today. They've had a lot to cheer about. Place is almost completely full here on a Friday afternoon. The 0-1. Thompson swings in the air, left field. He's done it again. A 4th home run of the spring, tied for the major league lead. Trace Thompson parks one. It's 11-2.
Do you think the Trace Thompson conversation is getting ready to take up a notch?
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't just a couple games here. This is a guy who is hitting the ball all over the place. Right field, left field, making plays in the outfield, making contact. Has a brother in the NBA.
Ties in with Milwaukee's Vinny Capra for the 4th of his spring. Jarren Duran lines at left side foul. 5 home runs today for the Red Sox in 5 innings.
And with the 1 mile an hour wind.
0-1 swing lined up the middle, bounces behind second. Shortstop Acosta gloves, throws, got Duran by his step. There's one away in the 5th. I mean, how many first pitch home runs has Thompson hit? 2? 3?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing, he's just making contact. This was his biggest knock. And listen, it's still early in spring training. You can't get too caught up in spring training stats before St. Patrick's Day, but he's only doing what he can do.
Bregman lines in, foul down the left field line.
But, you know, when I say change the conversation, Coop, William Abreu is not trending toward being ready for opening day. You potentially have an outfield spot, and, you know, sure, you know, Roman Anthony hit from that side of the plate, but maybe Trace Thompson the guy to give you a little bit more experience at that spot without having to rush a Roman Anthony.
0-1 cut on to miss, 0-2. Yeah, just talking to a few people around here too. You know, they are really excited about the level of depth. And I think I've heard, you know, people say it to me. Alex Cora has said this outwardly to the media. There are going to be some really good players that are not going to be happy. As Bregman lines it left side and through for another hit. Past Norby at third and into left field. It is starting to be a party today. Bregman has been on 4 times. Red Sox lead 11-2. I think that's going to be the last swing of Bregman's day. It is. Blaze Jordan comes on to pinch hit. And Alex gets a well-deserved round of applause from the JetBlue Park crowd. Hit by a pitch, walk, home run, single. Alex Bregman show. Now man on, and Masataka Yoshida takes ball 1.
It's interesting with Trace Thompson. I saw him in the clubhouse earlier today, and he's sitting over with Austin Adams. And, you know, anytime you see a hitter go to the pitcher side and just sit there and talk with the pitcher, you should take note.
1-0. Massa grounds it right at the second baseman. Sanoja boots it, and his only place is to first. He picks it up and tosses on and gets Yoshida. That allows Jordan to go down to second. The Sox have a man in scoring position with 2 down.
Because that's really what you have two analytical guys, two guys who have been around a little bit, two guys who understand that, hey, you know what, I am going to ask the pitcher's going to ask the hitter, and it goes a long, long way. We've heard Bregman has been doing a lot of that, talking to the pitchers.
And it matters. I mean, Trevor Story bats, swings, and slices it down the right field line towards the pole. Did he hook it? No. Just out of the foul side of pesky pole south. Story, that is, with a long strike and a quest for a third home run. I thought he tied that around the pole, honestly. No one's wrapped one around yet down the right field line.
You don't see a lot of people doing it.
Oh, one swing and a miss. 0-2. Same 302-foot length down the right field line. Same cutout that juts back out towards the 380-foot mark.
I think the last player I saw do it was Jonathan Arise. Is Jonathan Arise?
Jonathan Aranda?
No. Oh, my goodness.
Luis Arise?
Luis Arise.
Oh, 0-2. Swing and a miss.
That's Jonathan's brother. Former Rule 5 pick.
Ah. Red Sox lead 11-2 as Story strikes out. Another big swing by Trace Thompson. Red Sox up by 9 as we go to the 6th on the Shawson Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Just in time for your St. Patrick's Day celebrations, corned beef is on sale at Shawson Star Market. Get Signature Select corned beef point cut for just $1.27 a pound when you use a digital coupon. Limit 2 while supplies last. Shawson Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks. The sporty Sentra. Or our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now, get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue. For J.D. Power 24 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. For well-qualified buyers, 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on new 2025 Rogue and dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $17.92 per month per $1,000 financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. N33120.
A message from the Health Connector for Business.
We knew we wanted to offer employee health insurance when we opened Riverwalk Brewing. So we turned to the Health Connector. In about half an hour, we found coverage tailored for our needs. Now, I spend maybe 10 minutes a month in the portal managing our plan. And the staff knows they can see a doctor if they need to. Keeping good employees happy for the long haul, that's what it's all about.
Go to mahealthconnector.org/business.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Luis Guerrero on out of the Red Sox bullpen. His first pitch fouled back by Connor Norby. 11-2 Sox in the 6th inning. 11 runs on 10 hits. They've hit 5 home runs. Red Sox also making their defensive changes. Get you that in just 1 second. No balls and 1 strike. Guerrero put a slider outside 1-1 to Norby.
We were going to get there eventually to the guy who I saw hit the ball around the right field foul pole at JetBlue Park.
No idea who you were talking about.
Well, I started with Jonathan Arise, right? You had mentioned Luis Arise. Anyway, it's Jonathan Arauz, which is, again, a Rule 5 pick for the Red Sox a few years ago.
This feels like a Narvaez situation with his last name. Counts 2-1. Pitch is inside 3-1.
No, I am pronouncing it correctly.
I did not think we were getting Jonathan Arauz on this Friday afternoon. Took till 2:45 p.m.
Arauz.
3-1. Up and away for ball 4. Connor Norby walks to begin the 6th.
Listen, Coop, as you know, doing these spring training games, you have your guys in the 6th, 7th, and 8th and 9th innings, right? He was a guy.
He was a guy.
He had Chad De La Guerra.
He was a switch hitter. Remember the home run in Cleveland? That was his great moment.
Yeah.
He was in Buffalo in AAA. They put him and somebody else, who I can't remember, on a bus to Cleveland in COVID, as this is lying down the right field line, foul by Paulie. He showed up at Cleveland like an hour before first pitch, hit a pump, won the game. And that was the legend of Jonathan Aruz.
And again, another Rule 5 guy, which continues the Rule 5 conversation. We've had 2 Rule 5 picks pitched for the Red Sox today. Garrett Whitlock, Justin Slayton.
Norby leads off first, nobody out. Graham Paulie bats, left-hand hitting DH. Pitch down and away for ball 1.
And you look at Slayton, and you really do wonder, what were they missing there?
Yeah. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch is swung on, hit off of Guerrero. He knocked it down. He goes after it. He shovels on a dive and gets the out. Knocked it down and then retires Paulie. Great effort from Guerrero.
Yeah, and obviously Guerrero has that leg issue where when you see him walk or run, and he's stiff-legged, and so it rattled off one of his legs, and he had to really hustle over with that awkward gait. But he, credit to him, got there, flipped the ball over, got the out.
Norby goes down to second, and now Guerrero faces Eric Wagaman. And today, you think about the 3 guys pitching today, and that's where you can start to dream on the Red Sox bullpen, I think. 1-1. Wagaman takes low, 2 balls and a strike, which is, this is a group that's throwing harder, it's throwing more strikes. And between Whitlock, Slayton, and now this guy Guerrero, you had 3 guys that, can be dominant forces. Pitch low, 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, I know that you've been putting Guerrero on the roster as a lock.
Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't put that quite yet. I think there's a ways to go here to figure this out, just because of the amount of the veterans' arms available.
Pitch from him is low.
We're going to see one in Ottavino. So, sometimes it comes down to, well, who do you have control over? You have control over a Guerrero. You can send him up and down. If you want to keep a guy like Fulmer or Ottavino or Adams or one of these guys on.
Pitch is down and in for ball 4. Missed with the slider. He walks Wagaman on 4 pitches. I just think that if he's hitting all of his marks and he's throwing enough strikes, I just think that you can't keep 100 off the roster based on where the bullpen is.
Oh, you can keep 100 off the roster.
You can't do it.
I've seen plenty of hundreds being kept off rosters in this day and age.
Man on first and second, 1 out. Albert Almora is the Marlins batter. He's doubled in the game. And the first pitch is low and in, 1-0. Also 100 with major league success in a short time last year.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that he's going to be a major leaguer. I think he had flashes last year. He obviously had a good year in the minors last year. He has the stuff.
1-0. Sail the cutter in for a strike, 1-1.
He also has a really bulldog mentality, which I think really helps as well.
Norby off second. Wagaman off of first. 1 out, the 6th pitch. Swing and a fly ball foul off to the right.
Yeah, but last time out he wasn't great. This time, you got a couple guys on. I'm just saying that, all these guys in the bullpen, they know this is a competition. Like we saw Zach Kelly yesterday. He was very good.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, Zach Kelly has been more impressive than Luis Guerrero.
The 1-2. Swing and a fly ball foul off to the right. And I think they're both in the bullpen.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you know this. There's only so many people you can put in the bullpen.
I'm putting everybody in the bullpen.
We did this exercise yesterday.
Hendricks, Chapman, Whitlock, Slayton, all locks. Wilson. 1-2, up and in, 2-2. And then you're right. You say all those names, and you reminded me that Wilson is on a major league deal, so he's in there no matter what. Is to start the year. That's 5. That's 5 of 8.
Yeah, Weissert, Kelly, Guerrero, and we aren't even mentioning all these veterans.
2-2, swing and a ground ball left side. One hop to the new shortstop. Arias to second. One on to first, not in time. Almora just beat it out. Sox do get the runner going first to second. And now men on the corners with 2 outs in the 6th for Guerrero.
So, I think that the takeaway today, I know that Whitlock, gave up a hit, but Whitlock, to me, looked good. Just as advertised, everyone in camp was saying how good he looked. Today was his first time out in a game. He looked great. I think Slayton looked outstanding.
Yeah. Men on first and third, 2 outs. Sanoja bats, and Guerrero puts a slider on the outside corner, placed nicely for strike 1.
It will be interesting. We're expecting Ottavino in this game. And the first time we saw him, he just cruised through. It was no big deal, no problem at all. If he can pile up a few more of those,
0-1 fly ball foul off to the right.
Then he becomes a very valuable guy potentially for them, because we saw it in the game the other day. You have a really good right-handed hitter up. You bring Ottavino in, you got a pretty good chance.
2 on, 2 down. Guerrero looking for a scoreless inning. He's 1 strike away. The 0-2 is foul back again. And to that point, so we just said 3 spots for, between Weissert, Bernardino, Winkowski, Guerrero, Ottavino. You keep reading it. Fulmer, Moore, Austin Adams, Sean Newcomb, Isaiah Campbell, Josh Winkowski. The 0-2 is low, 1-2. And everybody can kind of formulate their own opinion about how likely any of those individual people are to being on the roster.
And I think, Coop, it's 2 things, too. It's the bullpen overall, and then you got to figure out whose roles are where.
Pitch, check, swing. Did he go?
Oh, there you go.
Called strike 3.
That'll get you on the roster.
Luis Guerrero, 98. Staking his claim on the outside corner to finish off the top of the 6th. 11-2 Sox. We go bottom 6 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, Lou Maloney here. I'm right in the middle of spring training down here in Fort Myers, and man, I am putting my healed elbow to the test. Thanks to Ortho Laser in New England, I was able to play catch with my kid, fully work out, and some golf. And through all that, 0 pain. Before Ortho Laser, lifting a glass of water was a chore. Now I'm playing catch with my kid without a wince. I get it. Most of you don't need to toss BP, but you still walk, carry groceries, get out of bed. Well, with joint pain, it's always there. It doesn't have to be. Do what I did and choose Ortho Laser New England. Alleviate tendonitis pain, stabilize arthritic joints, all without needles or surgeries. The FDA-approved robotic laser can help your body heal the joint, sprains, strains, and even post-op recovery. If you have joint pain, reserve your free consultation at any of their Massachusetts or New Hampshire location. Visit ortholaserne.com. That's ortholaser with a Z-N-E.com.
Hey, it's Greg, and we are thrilled to have wrapped up yet another year of partnership with Chick-fil-A through the Community Heroes program. Over $22,000 was donated to various organizations, and if you'd like to nominate somebody in your community, just go to thegreghillfoundation.org/heroes.
No matter what you drive, having the right tire matters. So take control with a new set of Bridgestone tires from Town Fair Tire. You'll choose from the area's largest selection of Bridgestone tires, and you'll get the Bridgestone tire you need at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, Town Fair will give you more free services than all other tire dealers, clubs, or online sites. Nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Vaughn Grissom took over defensively in the top of the 6th inning. Now he bats for the first time in the bottom of the 6th. Red Sox leading 11-2 over the Marlins. And Grissom takes a curveball inside for ball one from Luarbert Arias, right-hander for Miami. 1-0 to Vaughn. He swings and grounds it slowly left side, and a charge for Winkler, who scoops throws on the run and in time for the first out of the inning.
Well, we saw Vaughn Grissom finish off yesterday's game with a nice hit down the left field line. We thought that might get him going, but sort of did the same thing he had been doing, kind of pounding the ball into the ground a lot, not really elevating the ball a whole lot, Coop.
Just so, he's a really good line drive hitter when he's at his best, which Connor Wong takes a strike, which we saw last year, tail end of AAA when he got it rolling, and in the short time that he was at the big leagues at the end of the year, too. But he just hasn't, to your point, he's not lined the ball really consistently at all. As Wong takes low 1-1, and so many of the swings that we saw from him after the injury when he was trying to get his timing back looked like that, just these slow ground balls. But when he elevates, they're great swings. Pitch is swung on. This is elevated. Center field off the bat of Wong, chasing back Pintar, and he makes the catch on the run. Couple steps in front of the 379 sign for the second out. Again, second base competition. Vaughn has seen the most time. He hasn't hit yet. David Hamilton's seen the second most time. He's hit a little bit more. Christian Campbell's barely played second as Nate Eaton takes outside for ball one. And Alex Bregman has played a grand total of 0 seconds at second base so far in spring training. Right hand hitting Eaton in a 1-0, and he takes a strike 1-1.
I went out to the backfields to watch him take infield, do some fielding work out there, and sure enough, 2 third basemen, Devers and Bregman, 2 shortstop, Meyer and Story, 2 second basemen, Grissom and Hamilton.
Eaton slams one in the air left field towards the wall. Whoa. It gets out on a line. 6 home runs today for the Red Sox. It's 12-2. Nate Eaton joins the party.
I mean, how about these non-roster outfielders? Nate and Trace Thompson. Both these guys are tearing it up this spring.
Thompson has a spring training lead for homers. Eaton now has a few. As Nathan Hickey digs in against Arias. First pitch, outside 1-0.
I confirm with Nate Eaton that he did indeed throw a pitch in a major league game, 95 miles per hour. He said he's topped out at 98 in college.
Hickey takes a 1-0 for a strike, 1-1. He does look like a reliever. Like, he looks like one of those guys that comes out of the bullpen and throws 98 miles an hour. 1-1. And Hickey takes low, 2-1. Red Sox have scored in every offensive inning today. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 6 in the third before 1 in each of the last 3. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Yeah, in front of a slider.
My instincts were not keen today. I thought it was going to be a low-scoring game. You have 2 pitchers, pretty good pitchers to start it off. You have a run of good pitchers. I mean, that's worked out for the Red Sox. They've only given up 2 runs.
2-2. Hickey takes low, 3-2.
Absolutely no win, 1 mile per hour win. Doesn't matter. None of these hits, none of these home runs have had anything to do with a win.
Nobody on, 2 down, and a 3-2 pitch from Arias to Hickey. Here it comes. Inside ball 4. He walked him. 6 home runs, 10 hits for the Red Sox. And walk number 5. Base runner Layden Day. Right-hand hitter Franklin Arias. We have Arias versus Arias here. Luarbert versus Franklin. Where were you?
Save your ticket stubs.
First pitch. And Franklin takes a strike.
I miss ticket stubs. No more ticket stubs.
No. Screenshot just doesn't really hit the same. Man on second, 2 outs. Pitch. Outside, 1-1.
Maybe the most valuable job in baseball are the fine folks who stand outside the park, who show these well-meaning, perhaps older people, how to access their tickets on their phone.
Yeah, yep. I'll tell you what, I'm confused sometimes. 1-1's a strike, now 1-2.
And I'm not saying that because my wife's one of them.
One of the people helping people with tickets, to be clear. Not one of the people who doesn't know how to use the ticket.
No. No, I'm the person who doesn't know how to use the ticket. But it seems like a very valuable person to have, exercise.
Yeah, 1-2. Swinging a fly ball foul off to the right. One of those people just punching with a single finger. Let's pause, take 10 seconds for station ID, the Shaw Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
We are your home for Boston College football, basketball, baseball, and hockey. WEEI AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
Franklin Arias batting. He takes a 1-2 pitch upstairs. Count 2-2. Fort Myers, JetBlue Park. Red Sox leading 11, now 12-2 over the Miami Marlins. Hard to keep track. 6 home runs today. Nathan Hickey leads off first base, 2 outs, and a 2-2 count from the right-hander Arias to Franklin, who takes outside, left a slider off, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, Franklin Arias is a name you don't want to remember. I mean, he hit last year with the Salem Red Sox. He only hit 257 with a 710 OPS, but keep in mind he's only 19 years old right now, given a $525,000 signing bonus.
Pitch to him. Swing, line drive, right center field a hit. Hickey was going 3-2 out, and now he's around third on the wave. The relay, the throw to the plate. Hickey slides. Safe! Nathan Hickey burning from first, scores on the double by Arias. 13-2 Sox in a 6.
Yeah, Hickey just got his cardio in, I'll tell you that. When that throw was uncorked, I'm like, nope, not going to make it. But did a good job of turning it on the last minute, getting that foot just under the tag. It was well executed by the Marlins, but good job by Nathan Hickey, who continues to have a really, really good camp.
And Franklin Arias, who you just said, lines that hard to right center, gets himself a spring training RBI. Now first pitch inside to Philip Sykes for ball 1.
Again, remember, 19 years old, that kid who just got a hit.
And he leads off second base. Right-hand hitter Sykes. 1-0. Swinging a foul back, 1-1. It's been fun. The Red Sox have had these guys come in late in games. Sykes, Arias, Liendo, a few others that have, really played very well.
Yeah, Miguel Blaze is another one. I mean, he struggled a little bit offensively, but we saw him in a nice defensive play yesterday.
Pitch is swung on, line up the middle, bounces towards Winkler, gloves, throws to first in time off the spin, and retires Sykes. Arias had to avoid that baseball. Red Sox get 2 more adding on. They've got a 13-2 lead as we go to the 7th on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
With all the money you can save on gas when you use the Club Citgo Rewards app, you're good to go. But good to go where? Good to go fly first class?
Hot towel.
Cool. Good to go to the opera. Good to sit ringside at a boxing match. Good to go salsa dancing? Tap dancing? Or polka dancing? Download Citgo's money-saving Club Citgo app today. The easiest way to save money on fuel. Now you're good to go.
March might be a lucky month for you. Try your luck by checking if there's any extra money waiting for you at findmassmoney.gov. Hey everybody, it's Fitzy. Now you could have unclaimed money from a forgotten savings account, uncashed payroll check, or a refund check that never got to you. It's estimated that 1 out of every 10 people have unclaimed property. My name was on the list. Yours could be too. Just go to findmassmoney.gov today. It only takes 30 seconds seconds to search your name. If you file a claim, make sure you fill out the paperwork so you could become reunited with your lost funds.
Hey guys, it's Greg for East Coast Metal Roofing. If you've been thinking about a new roof, don't wait any longer. Proposed tariffs on aluminum could increase the cost of a new metal roof by up to 25% beginning 12th. Right now, you can save 10% and get 0% financing during the Spring into Savings event at East Coast Metal Roofing. Just mention my name and WEEI when you visit eastcoastmetalroofing.com, but you ought to do it before March 12th when the tariffs kick in. East Coast Metal Roofing, the official roofing partner of the Boston Celtics.
Hi, I'm James Pratt from Basement Technologies. Find out how fast and inexpensive it is to keep your basement dry for good. Don't let rain cause damage to your home. Call 1-800-BUSY-DOG or visit 1-800-BUSYDOG.com and keep your basement dry for good.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox lead the Marlins 13-2 as we go to the 7th inning at JetBlue Park in Fort Myers. Right-hander Adam Ottavino on for his first pitch. And he deals the slider way outside to right-hand hitting Max Acosta. Got our broadcast partner on the mound right now. It's very exciting. Rocking the 0-0, Adam Ottavino.
I'm slated to go tomorrow.
1-0. Swinging a foul back. I'm not sure your hamstrings are going to allow that.
Nah, I mean, my only chance was in Dunedin when nobody wanted to go there. And I was already there, but didn't get the chance. 3.5 hour drive for nothing. Just a great broadcast.
If you were to go out there, would you go like Walker Buehler level of tight pants? 1-1. Outside 2-1.
Things that I did not think I would hear when I woke up this morning.
That's most of America feels the same way.
Yeah. No, I'd probably be like Adam Sandler, like at the Oscars.
Oh, yeah.
I go with baggy gym shorts.
2 balls and 1 strike. Adam Ottavino delivers and grabs the outside corner with a slider.
I mean, his slider always amazes me. It really does. It's like a frisbee. It's the only best way to describe it. As he talked about, he's sort of on the forefront of the whole sweeper craze.
Comes from the first base side and delivers a fastball up and away. The count 3-2.
Well, Coop, suit up the season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selections of authentic jerseys, cap, hoodies, T-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your Red Sox gear.
I will do that. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch is outside ball 4. Adam Ottavino walks Max Acosta to start the 7th inning.
That's not what he wants right there. And we should note that reports are coming out now for all these people. I know you're a big hockey guy. Big trade in Boston sports world. Brad Marchand evidently going to the Florida Panthers.
It's crazy. It's also like he's going to be with Kachuk. It's just so bizarre. It just feels a little wrong. A lot wrong. First pitch is fastball for a strike to Joe Mack, left-hand hitting catcher.
I would love to get sort of the Red Sox equivalent of that trade.
Right.
Like who you have to start with? Who is the Brad Marchand equivalent who has played for the Red Sox?
It's probably like Xander Bogaerts. The 0-1, swinging a chopper foul, first base side.
Yeah, that's a good comp. I like that.
But it wasn't a trade.
No, but you have to start with, okay, who's the Brad Marchand of the Red Sox lore?
Is a similar feeling. Costa leads off first, nobody out. And the 0-2 from Adam Ottavino is line foul, left field side.
Hey, Coop, let me tell you, April and May are filled with great giveaways, including bobbleheads, hats, vests, and more. Check out the 2025 promo lineup at redsox.com/promos. I will check that out. I love bobblehead, hats, vests, and more. I love the Noah Khan bobblehead night.
Oh, it was good. He bounced the first pitch, though. 0-2's outside, 1-2. I went to that concert, by the way. Just unbelievable. Very cool.
Owner of the Baseball's Boring t-shirt.
Really?
Well, Brock Holt sent a video to him, which I had to pass on, that he wanted to be in the background.
1-2. Swing and a blue foul off to the left.
So Brock Holt is a big Noah Khan fan. and so he sent me a video to deliver to Noah Khan saying, "Hey, I'm used to being a backup. I can be your backup. I'm all about the deep cuts, not just stick season, all that." So
he's a busy head fan.
I showed Noah Khan the video, and Noah Khan immediately wanted to do a video back to Brock Holt.
1-2 strikes, and the pitch is swung on in the air left field. Hangs up though. Rozier towards the corner makes the catch for the first out.
The 93 right there. That's where Ottavino probably wants to be sitting. That was encouraging for him, I think, because if you can have that slider coupled with that 93, that's good enough.
So what was Noah Khan's video back to him?
It was, "Hey, Brock, thanks for the deep, listen to the deep cuts. We're definitely going to have to hook up, blah, 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 blah." I mean, I shouldn't say blah, blah, because it was very nice. And someday I will get the two together. Not in that concert at Fenway, but there'll be others.
Kyle Stowers bats from the left side. Man on first, one out. First pitch, check swing. He went around. Well, Noah Khan comes out on night one. He did 2 nights at Fenway. He comes out night one. And I just he said something that I think pretty much everybody can relate to if you grew up in New England, which is pitch inside 1-1, not that, which is, he grew up in Vermont dreaming of one day playing at Fenway Park in some capacity. And that night, for the first time in his life, he went out there and he played Fenway Park. It's an unbelievable thing. And he was great. 1-1 strike. Adam Ottavino deals. Swing, fly ball down the right field line towards the pole, hooking down the line and foul.
See, that's the pitch right there with Ottavino against a lefty. He throws a curveball. That wasn't a slider. That was a curveball that sort of went to the bat path. It's the challenge for a guy like Ottavino, who has the pitch, such a unique pitch that is so difficult to righties, but to find the pitch to get out lefties.
1-2 strikes, 1 out. Stowers from Ottavino takes low and in with the slider. And, and I asked him too when he was up here, are you willing to throw the slider to left-handers, a lot? Where do you want to throw it? And he said, I want to throw it back foot kind of like that. Or, I want to throw it outside towards the back corner of the plate. You just don't want to leave it up, obviously. But, there's a willingness from these righties to throw sliders into left-hand hitters. 2-2. He missed inside with the sinker. He goes 3-2 on Kyle Stowers.
Yeah, and the other part about Ottavino's game, which he knows it's sort of a weakness, is obviously holding runners on. I don't know if that's going to be a problem right here, but that's something that you have to be wary of.
3-2. He swung on, popped up left side towards foul territory, and again out of play. Jordan gave it a look.
It is that 0-0. I know he did 0 this whole career, but 0-0 seemed like this was meant to be.
It does.
The O's lining up with the zeros. Majesty of baseball.
3-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes! Punched him out of the curveball. Stowers down swinging. Adam Ottavino sets down Stowers.
That's exactly what you were talking about. That backdoor breaking ball. That wasn't a slider. It was a curveball, but right on the outside edge to a lefty.
Just so hard as a lefty to lay off of it, especially when you're throwing the sinker for a strike as he did there. So now Derek Hill, right-hand hitter, man on first. And a fastball in the outside corner for a called strike. We got a Brewers 0-0 jersey in front of us right now. We've been playing the jersey game all week. It's like a Miller-sponsored jersey. 0-1 swing and a fly ball high down the right field line out of play. It's like a Ryan Braun era Brewers jersey with Miller on the back and 0-0.
The guy's name might be Miller.
I'm going with.
Sometimes that happens. People get. I don't know if technology has come a long way. You can actually get personalized jerseys now.
Go ask him.
Hey, Miller.
Miller. No balls and 2 strikes. Adam Ottavino 1 strike away. The pitch. Swing and foul off to the right.
How about Miller Park?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, all right. I wasn't listening to it.
Which is always what you want to hear. There's a Koji jersey off to his right.
I mean, there is an Owen Miller who plays for the Brewers.
Is he 0-0? Guy's just a really big Owen Miller fan. Pitch outside. Sable tracks it down. Other than that, nothing crazy on the jersey games there. We got Big Poppy, got Duran, got Devers.
Yeah, I see a J.D. Martinez down there,
All right.
a little ways.
Sure.
Pedroia.
I got a Beckett.
That is like a sneaky, consistent jersey in the stands.
1 ball, 2 strikes, man on first, 2 down. Pitch outside. Dialed up 92, 2-2.
You know, at the height of his popularity, Beckett was something. People loved themselves some Josh Beckett jerseys.
Ottavino still 1 strike away. 2 balls and 2 strikes in the 7th. The pitch.
Ooh.
Just beneath the zone. Taken, 3-2.
Pat the head. I would do it anyway, even though I knew that it wasn't ABS.
I'm telling you just get tossed for that.
Well, I mean, just basically make it clear. I do not agree with that call. I'm patting my head.
Oh, sorry, Blue. I forgot. 3-2. Runner goes. The pitch is called strike 3. No doubt. Sinker at the knees to finish off Hill. Ottavino punches out a few in the inning. Red Sox take a 13-2 lead into the stretch. On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
If you're shopping for a new car, the choice is simple. Herb Chambers. We offer legendary customer service, the largest inventory in New England, the lowest prices, and the best value. Find out for yourself today at any one of our convenient Herb Chambers locations.
My name is Joanne. I'm 75 years old, and I have lost 35 pounds on Awaken 180 weight loss. I was pre-diabetic. I was ready to go on cholesterol medication. My blood pressure was up even on medication. Now I have no need for cholesterol medication. My blood sugar is fine, and I actually am cutting down on my blood pressure medicine. I have knee replacements and hip replacements, and I had difficulty walking, and now I can walk without any problem. I feel lighter. I feel more energetic. It is a lifestyle that will help you to lose weight without medication.
Thanks, Joanne. Andy Hart here. Stories like Joanne's are the reason I continue to share the Awaken 180 message. The results speak for themselves, and I'm confident you'll have the same success if you let them show you how. Do what Joanne did, what I did, and what over 20,000 others have done, and choose the solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Your old or broken phone can let you down, but at Verizon, trade in any old phone from our top brands and get iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence with a new line on My Plan and iPad and Apple Watch Series 10. After all, you don't want your old phone to die on you when you're lost.
Perfect.
Or for your broken phone to glitch at the worst possible time.
Hey, can I get your number?
Oh. Trade in your old phone for a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, iPad, and Apple Watch. Visit Verizon.com today. Additional terms apply. Service plan required for Apple Watch and iPad.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Blaze Jordan leads off the bottom of the 7th inning against the left-hander for the Marlins, John Rooney. Red Sox leading 13-2. Right hand hitting Jordan. Swings and chops it over Rooney in front of second. Long run in. Winkler, bare hand pickup. He makes no throw. And Jordan is safe at first. Jack Winkler at shortstop for Miami. Red Sox have 13 hits, 6 home runs, and a 13-2 lead.
I tell you what, Wally and Tessie, they work, okay?
Unlike those lazy mascots everywhere else.
I mean, we've seen, between the Parrot and the Blue Jay, they are not getting their steps in. They're not getting to 10,000 steps. Wally and Tessie, they're getting like 50,000 steps.
Mark Colesbury's pinch hitting. He bats from the right side and nearly got hit. Snap throw down at first base as well. Jordan steps back.
Look at Wally is a springing step. He's waving. Look at, honestly, here we are, a semi-long game, 7th inning. Wally's never been more energetic.
Well, that's what the greats do.
It's
true. They bring energy at all moments. Man off first, nobody out. 1-0 pitch. Colesbury swings, hits it in the air down the left field line to the monster and off the wall. Caught Green. Jordan around second. He's the third. Mark Colesbury doubles. And the Red Sox threatening again and again and again. They've scored in every single inning. Now they have 2 in scoring position in the 7th.
It doesn't stop. The offense just keeps coming. We have not seen a ball, I think, go off that netting, Coop. Of course, the netting in the sort of 3/4 of the way up on the wall. That landed just below the netting.
Corey Rozier bats from the left side. First pitch nearly hit him. He jumps out of the way.
Give me your Worcester Red Sox scouting report on Corey Rozier.
Really fast.
Really?
Really fast. Good defensive player, line drive hitter. "1-0. He takes a strike down the mid, 1-1. Came over in that Eric Hosmer deal.
Along with Eric Hosmer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 1-1 swing and a miss, 1-2.
And of course, you know who went to San Diego in that deal, right? Former first rounder.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Brain turning.
I can see that.
Oh, the big right-hander.
Our guy Al here is throwing with the left hand. He's trying to. He's not big right-hander. He's the big left-hander.
Swing and a miss.
Look at Al, you got swinging. It? You got it, or are you just like throwing with your left hand? No, pitcher.
Who was it? He was really big.
He was really big.
Very large.
Yeah.
I watched him
he threw
take
with
the
his
call,
left hand.
finding out he was going to be traded in Worcester. Yeah. But I can't remember his name. Vaughn Grissom batsman on second and third, 1 out. Pitch down the middle for a strike.
I'll give you his first Jay
Groom.
Thank you.
Jay Groom.
Thank you. Former first round pick.
Man on second and third, 1 out. Vaughn Grissom batting in the 7th inning. Lefty Rooney for Miami deals, and Grissom fouls it back 0-2.
See where Jay Groom's up to. I know he was still
hurt at some point.
He was still in the Padres camp.
Did he get to the big leagues? 0-2. Grissom takes outside 1-2.
I forgot. I totally forgot about this. Last year, June 4th, MLB suspended Groom for 1 year for violating the gambling policy.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out. And the pitch to Vaughn Grissom is swung on, line down the right field line. That's a hit. That'll drive in 2 for Vaughn Grissom. Jordan scores. Colesbury home from second. Vaughn Grissom, with the swing of his spring so far, drives home 2 more. Red Sox lead 15-2 in the 7th.
That's what they've been looking for. We saw a little bit of it yesterday in that last at bat, but right there, elevating the ball, going with a pitch right into the right field corner. Well done by Vaughn Grissom.
And he, more than anybody, when he's at his best, he's going to all parts of the field. So we saw him go to left yesterday. He goes to right today. Drives in 2. Red Sox up 13 on the Marlins. Now Blake Sable checks his swing, but went around on the slider away. 12 hits coming into the inning, 3 more, so 15 total hits for the Red Sox. They have 4 doubles. Pitches swung on and miss, and the count 0-2.
Is it Sable's a Rule 5 guy, too? It was a Rule 5 guy, correct?
Mm-hmm. Picked by the Giants from the Pirates. Got to the big leagues. Grissom on second, 1 out. Blake Sable batting. pitch, swing, and he hits it high in the air behind short. Shortstop out. Winkler makes the catch on the backhand. 2 down.
So I said earlier, you look at a Justin Slayton, you're like, how could they have possibly exposed this guy to the Rule 5 pick? Because, a lot of times there's a flyer and you're hoping for the best. I think that same year that Slayton was picked, Thaddeus Ward, Red Sox pitcher, was picked by the Nationals. It didn't really work out. He got his time, but Slayton is a guy who was in the Texas system, and then I believe that the Mets took him and then traded him to the Red Sox.
Pitch upstairs to Nate Eaton. And he had put up, a 2-something ERA between AA and AAA the year before, just couldn't get to the big league club. And to be fair, the Rangers at that time, right after they won the World Series, were in a big roster, situation where they didn't have room. 1-0's a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, and that's usually what you want to take advantage of. The teams, the organizations that have good farm systems that are just chock full of 40-man roster guys. And the Yankees were one of those teams, one of those organizations.
1-1, check swing, and Eaton went around, 1-2.
That's why the Whitlock thing was a perfect storm. Not only was the Yankees, they had a ton of guys that they had to make decisions on. But Whitlock was coming off Tommy John, and then all of a sudden COVID hit. No one knows if he can throw or not, really. So that's where the Instagram posts come into play.
1-2 low, 2-2.
And so you're sort of taking a leap of faith. But if you go back to Whitlock, one of the key things there is that the Red Sox had good scouting reports on him far before he was Garrett Whitlock. Bob Hamlin, former scout, he really, really was pounding the table for this kid early.
2-2 fly ball foul off to the right.
And I think that, we talk about scouting. That's where scouting comes into this. That we can have the spreadsheets and the data points and the analytics and everything else. But if a scout really gets a guy on his radar, then you can dig the other stuff in.
2-2. Swing, line drive, right field. Another hit for Nate Eaton. Vaughn Grissom scores from second. The right fielder Johnson bobbled it anyway. It's 16 runs. 16-2 in the seventh.
Yeah, with Nate Eaton, we keep saying it over and over and over again. And you were well ahead of the curve, I think, on this one. Yeah. Nate Eaton is doing a lot of good things.
Just on the Whitlock thing, I got a buddy who worked in the Cape Cod League the year that Garrett Whitlock was there, and the year that Whitlock pitched there for the Chatham A's, he was teammates with like Shea Langoliers and Jeremy Pena and like a few other guys. I think JoJo Gray of the Nationals was on that team. Pitch high to Nathan Hickey.
Oh, my guy Josiah Gray.
JoJo, yeah. Josiah Gray, D2 legend. Andre Palante of the Cardinals. And, someone asked a couple of the pitchers, hey, like, who in this team do you think is going to go to the big leagues? Honestly, like, who would you pick, number one? And they all deathly serious go, Garrett Whitlock. Of all the guys, Garrett Whitlock is going to the big leagues. And he was, not a highly touted guy at the time, among all the D1, high power 5 guys. Pitch to Hickey is a strike, 2-1. And I was thinking about that the other day when we asked Lucas Giolito who stands out to you, and he deathly serious turns and goes, it's Garrett Whitlock. He's every pitcher's favorite pitcher. 2-1 low, 3-1.
And that's the other part about that. If you go to Garrett Whitlock when he came to the Red Sox, it wasn't only that he stood out as a pitcher. He stood out as a human being. He stood out as a teammate, as a baseball player, as a young baseball player, not trying to be too much.
Hickey swings on the 3-1, slams it to right, chasing the wall. It's off the wall and right. Nate Eaton held at third. Now he stutters and he goes home and he scores. RBI double Nathan Hickey. We're playing How High Can You Count today? It's 17-2.
Yeah, I want Joe Braverman, our excellent producer back in the studio, to wipe clean the part of the lineups where I said pound the over. I mean, I'm sorry, pound the under.
Yeah.
Pound the under. Yeah, no, I never said that.
At the time, I said I didn't agree, just for the record.
Really? Really?
I did, so.
You sure you didn't just think it?
I might have just thought it.
All right.
But I did think it, so. With a rare pitching coach visit in the middle of the spring training inning. Red Sox leading 17-2.
You don't see too many 17-2 spring training games.
No, there was one the other day in Lakeland with the Tigers. That was it. You see like a lot of like 10-8s.
You see a lot of like 5-3s.
That's weird. I haven't seen a lot of 5-3.
No. Well, we get to see Franklin Arias again, 19-year-old who just got a hit his last time up. How about the futures games coming up? Get to see the young players, even more than we're seeing the young players.
Pitch outside to Arias.
But, you know, you have these games that are coming up, the futures game, and then the prospect game. Is that correct?
Showcase.
Showcase,
Arias
yeah.
pops it up, shallow right field.
That'll be fun.
Ronnie Simone, the second baseman, out and makes the catch. Got a falling backwards to the inning. The spring training high for runs in a game this year is 27.
Was that in Arizona?
Yeah, Mariners of the White
Sox.
Sox.
It's in Arizona.
All right, I get 24 for the Tigers the other day. We're chasing that down.
Take it back. All right.
17-2 Red Sox after 7 of the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Patrick's Day, so don't miss out on corned beef. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
When we opened Riverwalk Brewing, we turned to the Health Connector for business for employee health insurance. In about half an hour, we found coverage tailored for our needs. Now, I only spend 10 minutes a month managing our plan.
mahealthconnector.org/business.
Baseball is back and the team is stacked. Money was spent, players were at it, and from what we can see, everything looks perfect. Aha! But what about what we can't see? It's just like your drains and pipes. The ugly, nasty, sometimes stinky truth is often the one you don't see at first. Drains by James is your expert residential and commercial drain and pipelining service. We'll find it, clean it, and get it back to new. Available 24/7. James, we give a poop about your pipes.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
8th inning, Red Sox lead 17-2. You heard that right. 17-2 over the Miami Marlins, alongside Rob Radford, Cooper Boardman. Left-hander Matt Moore out of the Red Sox bullpen deals first pitch fastball for a called strike. Number 1 to right-hand hitting Jacob Berry. Red Sox have scored 17 runs on 17 hits. 12 of the 17 have been for extra bases as Berry takes inside. Red Sox have scored in every single offensive inning. They've scored 2 or more runs in 4 of the 7 offensive innings. The 1-1, swinging a ground ball left side, foul. And somehow it's not a spring training high for runs or hits or extra base hits or anything. The Mariners scored 27 against the White Sox on March 1st. And the Tigers scored 24 against the Phillies 2 days ago in Lakeland. Very spring training. 1-2 is low, 2-2.
You know, even though he's coming in this game 17-2, this moment means something for Matt Moore. It's another guy that we had mentioned trying to make the team. Signed semi-late in camp.
Pitch is swung on, fouled off to the right. Yeah, I remember Matt Moore was his starter really all the way up over the first decade of his career. Jumped to the bullpen in 2022 and was one of the best relievers in the game.
Yeah, when he finally got to the bullpen, I think it was like 2021 with the Rangers, or and he just sort of went on this roll and was pretty good 2 years ago. Was really actually very good for the Angels 2 years ago. A little struggled last year, shut down late August.
3 balls, 2 strikes pitch, low and in ball 4. He put up a 1.95 for Texas in 2022.
And Patrick Sandoval, who's obviously in camp with the Red Sox, played with him more with the Angels and works out with them in the offseason, was just raving about him. Talking about not only obviously he saw him do great things with the Angels, but what a great person he is. But he gets on the mound, he said he becomes a different person, which I always appreciate.
You walk Johnston, so now he faces Barry. Checks the swing and takes low. Jay Bashir is now the pinch hitter. Yeah, he was really good 2-year stretch. 2023 at a 2.56 between the Angels, Cleveland, and Miami. Former Marlin, 4 appearances. Yeah, he deals a strike at the knees to Bashir's. Last year, 5.03 ERA over 51 appearances. He's running 94 from the left side out of the bullpen with the sinker as he deals inside with an 86-mile-an-hour changeup. Count to 1-2 on Bashir's.
But you look at him in terms of a lefty reliever. He's going up against Justin Wilson, who has a major league deal. Brendan Bernardino, who has options.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got a chase on a changeup. Really good-looking pitch. Sets down Bashir's.
Yeah, that's an encouraging sign for Matt. And I mean, we can't overstate how big a prospect Matt Moore was coming out as a rookie. He was one of these guys. He signed one of the earliest contract extensions in Major League history at the time.
Deals inside for ball 1 to right-hand hitting Nathan Martorella.
Tampa was out ahead of the curve when it came to a lot of that stuff. Evan Longoria, they signed just a few days into his Major League career.
1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Yeah, Matt Moore's on Major League team number 10 up to last year with the Angels. 2013 All-Star. It's the value of, 9 lives as a pitcher, right? I mean, you can reinvent yourself so many different ways. Misses inside, 2 balls and a strike, and he's done that.
Yeah, I mean, he really did it. He revitalized his career by moving to the bullpen and seemed to be battling some injuries last year. But as I said, he seemed to have a healthy offseason.
2-1, strike, 2-2.
And I mean, if you get anything close to what you had a couple years ago, that's the guy who's going to make the team.
Yeah. And I think it's so fascinating to see how they value and evaluate a guy like him that, is on the fringe. 2-2, swing, line drive, left field, and a hit for Martorella, where, even if the results aren't perfect, if they think that metrically he's something that could line up to somebody who could do something out of your bullpen, you just go ahead and put him on the roster and then go from there.
Yeah, and for Matt Moore, it's also the reality of these non-roster guys is that, yeah, you're trying to make the team, but what you're also trying to do is basically impress the rest of baseball. Because you get to the end of the month, you have the opt-out, you have the options, and if the team isn't picking up, then you have to understand before you accept an assignment, will another team pick you up?
Moore has 2 men on with 1 out. We play in the 8th inning, leading 17-2 over the Miami Marlins.
Yeah, I mean, people have a lot of patience around here, do they?
Yeah, we thinned out a little bit here. Pitch is low, 1-0.
They know the result. They're going home. I mean, probably, I'm going to say the crowd is about half of what it was at the beginning of the year. I mean, beginning of the day. Maybe beginning of the year. I don't know. I miss the student in left field or right field.
Ground ball right side. Vaughn Grissom snares, turns to second, back to first. A double play. 4-6-3. Started by Vaughn Grissom. Red Sox post a scoreless top of the 8th. We hit Sweet Caroline with the Red Sox up 15 runs on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks. The sporty Sentra. Or our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now, get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. For well-qualified buyers, 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on new 2025 Rogue and dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $17.92 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions and in-MAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 3/31/25.
Mass General Brigham Health Plan is integrated with one of the nation's leading health systems, offering health insurance with comprehensive benefits and a broad network of doctors and hospitals. With Mass General Brigham Health Plan, you'll find unique options for families, businesses, and retirees. You deserve coverage as advanced as your care. Call your broker or visit massgeneralbrighamhealthplan.org.
Just in time for your St. Patrick's Day celebrations, corned beef is on sale at Shaws and Star Market. Get Signature Select corned beef point cut for just $1.27 a pound when you use a digital coupon. Limit 2 while supplies last. Shaws and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox lead 17-2. Out of Sweet Caroline. Right-hander for the Marlins. Christian Roa versus Philip Sykes. And the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. Runs everywhere you look. Red Sox have scored in every single inning so far. Game that has long been decided. Sykes fouls it off to the right. Home runs today. 2 from Trevor Story. 1 from Alex Bregman. Nate Eaton. Abraham Toro, Trace Thompson all went deep. 16 total hits. Pitch fouled off to the right. 17 total hits, hard to count. 12 extra base hits, 6 doubles, and 6 home runs. And that's it, along with Rob Bradford, Cooper Boardman.
Well, bad news for the Mariners. Looks like George Kirby, shut down due to shoulder inflammation, will begin the season on the injured list.
Oof. Pitch outside, 2-2. Yeah, that's a few of those that have kind of, popped around. I mean, how about, Grayson Rodriguez, tricep soreness, Orioles, probably won't have him. Pitch outside, 3-2. Shohei Ohtani's not pitching right now. They're just, I think that was a planned kind of deload situation for him. But there are a lot of teams around baseball that 3-2, swing and foul back, that are dealing with that. And I mean, the Red Sox are part of it, right? Cutter Crawford doesn't look like he's going to be ready for opening day with the knee thing. Brian Bay working his way back. But Kirby is significant because that's one of the best pitchers in the game. 3-2. Is low for ball 4. Another Red Sox base runner. Philip Sykes walks. See the Lawrence Butler extension?
I did, yeah.
7 years, 65.5.
Yeah, how about that? The Sacramento A's starting to throw a little bit more money around. Good for them. It was really great when they signed Luis Severino and you give the extension to Rooker, and now you have this.
Blaze Jordan fouls it back.
Because you're kind of wondering, you're moving to a minor league park in Sacramento. What's it going to look like? It's going to be rinky-dink. But now they're starting to spend a tad more money than they were before. And, I think if they do get that approval to go to Vegas, then
0-1 swing fly ball off the bat of Blaze Jordan. Center field and deep. Pintar back. Looks up. It is off the wall. Jordan to second. Wave around third for Sykes. The relay throw cut off. And Blaze Jordan triples home another run. The Red Sox continue to score 8 innings with a run and an 18 spot.
Well, we've heard a lot about Blaze Jordan starting when he was drafted in the third round of the 2020 draft, about his power immediately after he was drafted. We went to the YouTube clips of him winning high school home run derbies, and you saw it right there. He's a big kid, and you're going to put a lot into that to get it to that part of the ballpark up high on that wall like he did.
Mark Colesberry bats with Jordan on third, nobody out. The pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 6 walks, 18 hits, 18 runs. Oh, Colesberry gets hit, try to bend his way back out of a sinker and takes his base. Rowe is saying that Colesberry leaned into it. I don't think that's really the case.
No, I actually thought it might have hit off the knob of the bat. But you know what? It didn't. He's taking first base. It will be interesting to see the Marlins. Obviously, we have a lot of guys out there with the Marlins and people back in Boston who are like, who are these guys?
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
You know, but at the same time, they were probably saying that at the first pitch as well. I will say this, in a couple of years.
Corey Rozier, broken bat up the middle on the ground. Shortstop to second one. Winkler steps on the bag and a run scores. 19-2 Red Sox. Rozier on the fielder's choice.
I mean, they've torn this down to the studs, right? Yeah. But they've also got a lot of new players that they identified, and they've gotten trades. They have some young players coming up from the draft, especially a couple pitchers. And it'd be interesting to see in a couple of years ago if all of a sudden we're looking at this team and like, oh, man, look at all the good young players they have.
Vaughn Grissom, ground ball left side, and a chop to third. Barry let it get through. Everybody on base. 19-2 Red Sox, and now 2 on with 1 out. There was never a time when this game wasn't being played. There will never be a time where this game isn't being played. Now Blake Sabol. 19 runs.
Yeah, well, everyone's getting their payoff today, right?
Blake Sabol takes a
great
strike.
Game of baseball, beautiful day. You get 19 runs. You get to see a bunch of home runs from the notable players, and runs just keep coming. This is the payoff, like you said, for showing up and maybe not knowing the players on the other team.
You're right. You look at where they are. They have Xavier Edwards, who is a really good young player. They had the trade with the Orioles, which has been a steal no matter what happens for Trevor Rogers. Connor Norby, I think, is a really good player. Graham Pauley, I think, is a really good player. Kyle Stowers is a good player. And these guys are going to get runway to figure it out at the major league level because, you know, they're not trying to win every game right now. Sabol crushes one towards the triangle. Did he get enough? It's up. It's off the base of the wall in front of the 420 side. Sabol stops at second with an RBI double. 20 Red Sox runs.
And you know what's amazing about this is that all these balls are being blasted. Yeah. They're all hit hard. I don't know if you know this. The Marlins haven't made an error. The Marlins haven't made an error. So usually you get into these games where it's 20-2, and there's a couple errors. They've booted a couple balls, kept things going. No, the Red Sox are just blasting the ball all over the place.
Pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Red Sox have used 18 players in this game. As Nate Eaton pops it up right side, foul territory. Martorella over, out of room, foul. Red Sox have used 18 players in this game. Every single one of them, except for one, has either gotten a hit, gotten on base in some capacity or driven in a run. Only Masataka Yoshida went 0 for 4. Did not fulfill one of those categories. Almost every single one of those 18 have gotten a hit. All but 3 of them have not scored a run. 0-2 is low, 1 and 2.
I'm going to give you another Lake Bacher stat just because I feel like we've got a few minutes without saying anything about Lake Bacher, who, of course, is a Marlins relief pitcher who came in earlier that we love to talk about. Speaking of playing a lot of guys, when he joined the Marlins, he was the 69th unique player to appear for the Marlins 2024.
1-2 is a called strike, 3 eaten down, looking 2 away.
That tied the 2021 Cub for most players used in one season MLB history.
Wow.
Think about that. That was 69 players. 69 players that they ran out there.
20-2, Red Sox on top. Pitch to Hickey, swung on him, lost his helmet.
Joe Braverman doing an excellent job.
Outstanding job.
Producing today.
Back inside the flagship.
Up until recently.
The 0-1. No, I'd say especially recently.
Actually, he's pitched a perfect game. I think he's pitched a perfect game the entire spring training.
It's true. That's been my experience. Shout out, Joe.
I mean, all this Red Sox success has come on his watch.
No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Hickey down, lost his helmet.
He's got to get a new helmet, man.
He's got it. Or he's got to do like the Little League thing where he puts the hat backwards and keeps the helmet on.
Yeah.
Red Sox score 3 more. They're winning 20-2. They're going to try to close it out when we come back on the Shawson Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Breaking news, in Dorchester, Paul and Judy purchased whole life insurance policies thanks to their Mass Mutual financial professional.
Wow, what a play, Tom. Can't beat those living benefits.
And in Melrose, Kelly applied for disability income insurance.
Now that's planning for the future.
Insurance, planning, investments. We're here for life's major plays, on or off the field. Mass Mutual, official partner of the Red Sox. Learn more at massmutual.com/Red Sox. Securities and advisory services offered through MML Investor Services, LLC. Member SIPC and a Mass Mutual subsidiary.
Hey, it's Greg, and we are thrilled to have wrapped up yet another year of partnership with Chick-fil-A through the Community Heroes program. Over $22,000 was donated to various organizations, and if you'd like to nominate somebody in your community, just go to thegreghillfoundation.org/heroes.
Looking for new, highly durable, and low-maintenance windows? Look no further. Come visit CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington to see the Sierra Pacific H3 windows. With the Sierra Pacific H3 windows, you can choose from 50 exterior colors and 8 interior wood species. And each window is protected by low-maintenance, highly durable exterior cladding that will stand up to the harsh New England weather for years to come. CCL and Sierra Pacific Windows. Nobody's ever built a window like this before. Go to cclco.com to learn more. cclco.com.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox are 3 outs away as we play in the 9th inning. They lead 20-2 over the Marlins. Giovanni Cruz deals a fastball in the outside corner for a strike against a right-hand hitting Andrew Pintar. 20 runs, 20 hits. Unbelievable.
Where were you?
I was right here. Every pitch. 0-1 is on the outside corner for a strike. 0-2. I do like in 20-2 when the hitters are complaining about the call just off. Like, we could probably expand the zone just a little bit.
I wonder if Clayton McCulloch, the manager for the Marlins, will tell everybody, no talking on the bus. You should be all ashamed on the 2-hour ride back.
Just think about it. The 0-2, swinging a ground ball up the middle. Grissom knocked it down to the backhand, but couldn't do much more with it. And the leadoff man is on to begin the 9th inning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Eagles play here. Catch BC football, basketball, baseball, and hockey on WEEI AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
JetBlue Park, Fort Myers, Red Sox leading 20-2 over the Miami Marlins. In spring training, pitch inside to Mark Coley III, man on first. Alongside Rob Bradford, Cooper Boardman, Joe Braverman back inside the flagship. 1-0 is on the outside quarter for a strike, 1-1. Al Hernandez doing a great job as usual. Same with Doug Lane behind. One. Swoop taken low. Count to 2-1.
Kelly Schuld, who does a great job out in the scoreboard here, obviously at JetBlue Park, an avid listener, and we always enjoy talking. She really loves baseball. She brings up the great question. When was the last time a team scored in every single inning?
2-1 low, 3-1.
Which has happened today.
That's a great question. I don't know off the top of my head.
I mean, she would know. She has to put the numbers up on the scoreboard. I was going to say,
this has been an exhausting day. Pitch inside for ball 4. Coley walks, and now 2 on with nobody out. I mean, how many feet do you... So she runs out from the left field corner to the scoreboard in, like, left center.
Yeah, this isn't in, like, at Fenway. You can do it from the inside.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, every inning that goes by, she has to run a little bit further.
Yep. Yeah, we talk about the mascots not getting their steps in. Well, she gets her steps in.
She gets her steps in, for sure. I mean, she's got to have covered 10 football fields today.
It's also, you look at the number, the variety of numbers that you have to utilize.
Yeah.
2-1.
6.
6-1-1, 2-4-3.
Pitch is chop foul. I want to ask her the last time she used the 20.
I was just thinking that.
And when's the last time she had to use 2 20s? 20 runs, 20 hits.
That is a great... And how high a number do they have for the runs?
Like, if they scored 49 runs, is there an answer?
Have they allocated even for 29 runs?
It's a great question.
I think that's an excellent question.
Once again, you know, there's been a spring training game this year where someone has scored 27 runs. Pitch upstairs.
But that does not have a manual scoreboard like JetBlue Park does. How many runs are too many runs?
There's no such thing. Man off first and second, the 1-1. And a swing and a foul tip by Mack. Red Sox still 3 outs away. It was a spring training game in 2022 where the Guardians scored 37 runs.
Oh, doctor.
And that was one of 2 times that year when 37 runs, pitch outside 2-2, were 2 times in spring training 37 runs had been scored. Doug Lane has checked in with some big-time information. They have the numbers for all the pitchers, right? Because they have to put the usual... 82 is pitching for the Red Sox just to the left of Boston, so they can go that high. Which is a strong point from Doug. Another one, he says. But I think America heard him say that. Men on first and second, nobody out. 2-2 pitch to Mack is hit in the air, center field, chasing back Eaton, still back over his head. He reaches up and makes the play. He can roll down his arm, and he holds on. Gets it in as the runner tags from second. He took 2 runs away from the Marlins, no question. And it stays 20-2, 1 down in the 9th.
Well, I can tell you, having stood out in the outfield this time of day, this is when the sun really, really gets bad for the outfielders. I mean, to the point where I don't even know how they can ever see anything, a ball hit like that.
He had the shades on, reached up over his left shoulder. He plays a really, really good defensive center field. One of the fastest guys in the game last year. So, men on the quarters, 1 out. And a first pitch strike to Martorella.
I mean, think about what an athlete you have to be. You're one of the fastest guys in the game. You throw 95 miles an hour. You're an outfielder. You're hitting.
Pitch, swing, and a miss, 0-2.
I mean, there's a lot of history on the line to see if we're going to actually have another run here.
22 runs is a couple off the combined Grapefruit League total this year. 24 in that Tigers-Phillies game, so we're 2 away from that.
And people should understand when I say Arizona, the ball flies all over the
It's
place.
like playing at Coors Field. 1-2. Swing and a miss. 2 down. Giovanni Cruz has no interest in your records.
By the way,
on the corners.
By the way, Giovanni Cruz, we should note, just threw 99.
Oh, sure.
I mean, just threw 99. And we've said this before. 10 years ago, if somebody did that, it would be the storyline for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But, it's just another pitch in the ninth inning of a 20-2 game.
Pitch outside, runner went down to second on what I will consider my the first defensive indifference of the season.
I mean, I will defer to you on that one.
Yeah. Then on second, third, 2 outs.
That's called broadcast indifference.
Pitch swung on, hammered in the air, left field deep and gone. A 3-run home run for Jack Winkler. It's 20-5, and we have officially the most combined runs in the Grapefruit League in a game this year.
Well, there you go. I think the over-under was 24.5. Just got over.
Where were you?
Where were you? I mean, that ball was smoked. Our friend down here with the Andre Dawson.
Yeah, he's very excited.
Miami Marlins jersey. Urging his team on to score 15 more runs to tie it up.
Seems like he's had a few Dell's Lemonades. Nobody on, 2 down. We play in the top of the ninth inning. Red Sox still 1 out away. And the pitch is a fastball for a strike at 99.
99. Just keep pumping in that 99, Giovanni. Come on, let's go.
So we got 25 runs in the game. Grapefruit League 2025 record. Pitch, swing, line drive, right field, another hit. This time for Barry.
The never say die Marlins fans.
Oh my gosh. One Marlins fan against the world right in front of us. He's got his shades up. He's standing. He's the only man in the ballpark standing right now. You know what? This is about drinking and everything. Runner goes. Barry takes second on another defensive indifference as Bashir takes inside for ball 1. Red Sox lead the Marlins 20-5 on this Friday afternoon. Action in the Red Sox bullpen, too, as Cruz deals, gets a foul back. Red Sox are 2 strikes away.
What we don't need right here is a pitching change.
Well, I'm kind of the camp that I'd like to see us get to the spring training record now, 27 runs, which was set in Arizona. Pitch foul back 1-2. That was a 27-run affair between the Mariners and the White Sox. But Cruz is 1 strike away from finishing the day.
Here we go.
Up 20-5. The 1-2 pitch from Giovanni Cruz is grounded towards the left side. Backhand stop Arias, throws to first. It's over. The Red Sox beat the Marlins 20-5. Where were you? Red Sox win. They're now 5-1-1 in their last 7 in the Grapefruit League. We'll step aside, come back to wrap up the joy that was today on the Shawson Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Winter weather can be frightful, but Shawson Star Market's pickup and delivery, delightful. To help with snow days and driving delays, Shawson Star Market offer free curbside pickup or get delivery. That's right, just order ahead and Shawson Star Market will have your groceries ready for you curbside, or they can deliver right to your door. These convenient pickup and delivery services are available year-round to help you when you need it most. Download the app now. Shaw's and Star Market can save you time and money.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax. They know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Greg Hill here. What's better than 2 for 1? 3 for 1. Right now, Boston Standard is offering a plumbing inspection plus an AC and heating system tune-up for just $219. That's 3 services for the price of 1. Call today and save tomorrow with Boston Standard.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity.
So, influencer life going well?
Oh, yeah. I'm up to 32 followers.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever because we engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go. But wait, tap dancing? You don't tap dance.
Hey, what I lack in skill, I make up with passion.
Do more of what you love and love how fast you do it with Xfinity Internet and mobile. Through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and 1 unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year and save over $1,000 in your first year versus other major carriers. Plus, ask how to get iPhone 16e on us. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment tax and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Savings compared to Verizon 5G Internet plus 1 unlimited welcome line and AT&T Internet 300 plus 1 unlimited starter SL line. Xfinity Internet required. Actual savings vary.
A message from the Health Connector for Business.
We knew we wanted to offer employee health insurance when we opened Riverwalk Brewing. So we turned to the Health Connector. In about half an hour, we found coverage tailored for our needs. Now, I spend maybe 10 minutes a month in the portal managing our plan. And the staff knows they can see a doctor if they need to. Keeping good employees happy for the long haul, that's what it's all about.
Go to mahealthconnector.org/business.
Hi, I'm James Pratt from Basement Technologies. Find out how fast and inexpensive it is to keep your basement dry for good. Don't let rain cause damage to your home. Call 1-800-BUSY-DOG or visit 1-800-BUSYDOG.com and keep your basement dry for good.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox win 20-5 over the Marlins as we set the collective season record in the Grapefruit League for runs in a game with the 25 total. Sox go to 7-5-1 in the Grapefruit League. Marlins drop to 3-7 in a game that took 3 hours on the dot in front of 7,648 at JetBlue Park. Welcome back alongside Rob Bradford, Cooper Boardman. What a day, Bradfo.
Yeah, I mean, we almost forget the meat and potatoes of this game, which was Walker Buehler starting. Obviously, Trevor Story going deep a couple of times, and it just continues there's not a lot of holes to poke in the main characters of what we're talking about and the guys that we were focusing on. And Buehler was good. You know, you see the relievers were good. You have and even with the non-roster outfielders, we talk about Trace Thompson, Nathan Eaton. These guys continue to really, really, really play well. So I just continues what has been a pretty good camp, other than Devers still not playing and Wilyer Abreu obviously being sidelined. But the guys who are on the field, they're doing a pretty good job, and today was another example of that.
Yeah, the 2 home runs for Trevor Story, one in the first, one in the third against the Marlins starter Cabrera. Alex Bregman went deep as well. Buehler's final line, 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned, 1 walk, 3 Ks. Whitlock a scoreless inning in his debut. Slayton a scoreless inning. Guerrero a scoreless inning. Same for Ottavino and Matt Moore in terms of earned runs. And, again, you're just looking for these guys to take steps forward. I thought Walker Buehler, even though the line wasn't as impressive, might have been even better today than he was first time out.
Well, that first time out, it was just ridiculous about the results of it. But, yeah, you have to come back. You have to execute your pitches. And you see what Alex Cora was talking about being able to pitch and paint and use all of these pitches effectively. And, I'm just, looking forward really to see him pitch as the year goes on. I mean, he's not Garrett Crochet in terms of coming out and just being like, here's the big guy with the stuff. No, but if you like pitching, he's a good guy to watch.
Tomorrow, Aroldis Chapman's going to take the mound. So will Justin Wilson. So will Josh Winkowski. In the bullpen battle, Sebi Zavala, Roman Anthony, and Romy Gonzalez all expected back after illness, and that'll be a lot of fun. 1 o'clock once again. Joe Castiglione returns.
Yeah, hey, listen, Cooper, you did an awesome job. And I'm not just saying that because you're standing here. I say that all over the place. I really enjoyed our time together. I know you're heading back to do the great sport of hockey, which is... It's going to be great. Hockey isn't boring, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but sincerely, excellent job on everything.
Much appreciated, and why don't we do it again sometime?
Oh, listen, you know where to find me. Let's go.
All right, that's it for us today here from JetBlue Park. The Red Sox win 20-5. I mean, what a way to go out over the Miami Marlins. Big thanks, as always, to Joe Braverman back inside the flagship doing a wonderful job. For Al Hernandez, for Doug Lane, for Rob Bradford, I'm Cooper Boardman. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to Red Sox Spring Training on the WEEI